You two got me.
Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Gucci got large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Streaming live on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and Twitch. The channel Miami 56 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
Hello.
I think the appropriate text to start this off is from Silly Sauce, where he says, "Last night was not Goosies." No, it was not. That was not a Goosies. That was not a Goosies filled night at all.
It was weird in that you got more opportunities. And usually that means that you're more active, but at the same time, you can't just allow them to make everything.
Yeah, I mean, they were so efficient.
Efficient.
Just everything in the paint. That's a crazy thing. I mean, they made 5 threes. They didn't really get anything from their role players other than intangible wonder. There with his little run to put it was really an intangibles dagger from Christian Brown.
Yeah.
But it was the Jokic and Murray show, man. They were amazing yesterday. I honestly thought Murray was better than Jokic. I know everyone's going to give Jokic his flowers, deservedly so. You do something nobody's done in history, but Murray was a sniper yesterday.
He didn't miss, and he is a excellent bad ball shooter, meaning that just because you cover him or you on him or you think you playing good D, he still makes shots.
Yeah, they said, and they felt like I felt like the way they were defending him yesterday, like he was causing a lot of distress for the Heat, which has kind of been like, they've been sending some doubles at guys, but the whole point of like the last time around was, hey, they're gonna try and let Joker, get his and go one-on-one. But
here's the problem: the other guys that you figure we're not gonna let them get theirs. Didn't.
No.
But you had Brown that gave up bonus, 10, 15 points. And then you gave up 2 triple doubles to the Stars. I thought we were shutting one of them down.
Right. And he did. They were both.
They
both had a star carrying night. And the Heat also did not get anything from their role guys, which is, been one of the things that they could always lean on, is someone was going to step up. And last night was really a night nobody did, and Jimmy and Bam were fine. They weren't bad. Jimmy had kind of an inefficient first half. They were fine. Missed a lot of layups, which probably could have made their game look a lot better. So they were fine. But like what happened with Denver is their role guys were fine, but their stars were elite.
Yeah. And so you can have one star be elite, but you can't have 2.
Right.
You
can't give up 2 30-point triple doubles.
Right.
It's a rule of thumb.
I mean, they were what? 60 and 34 and 25. Think about that. That's what those 2 players were. We never had a game like that. Even when Jimmy scored 56, it didn't add up to that.
Crazy.
Right. So, they got to make and I'm more than sure they're talking about it today, that, look, we can't have this. And then you got our rebounded by 25. They scored a majority of points from the paint, which is a big Heat no-no.
Yep.
But it seemed like every time Jokic got in the paint, Kyle Lowry was hanging on him with Gabe Vincent.
Well, that was the thing that was crazy about it, right? Like they kept, like I felt like Bam was on Murray a lot more than he was in the other 2 games.
Right.
And I was like, I was confused by that. And I know that Murray was causing havoc, but I was just like, yeah, but you know what this is going to result in, right? Like this is going to result in
you ain't
like
got
he's going to
Bam
pass
is
it.
the only tall guy.
Right.
And so if you out there thinking you're going to shut down Murray, now you got Joker with Gabe Vincent on his butt. And I mean just face to ass, right? Like
Face
it
to
just
ass, dude.
like it just looked like I'm like, oh no.
Why what's wrong, Marcos?
I mean, there has to be another way to say that. There can't
Well, I
be.
mean, you know.
One guy's 7 foot, one guy's 6'2". Where you think that face is going?
Ass, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ass,
but
dude.
and then to make it worse, the adjustment was Kyle Lowry. I'm just saying, no more little guys.
They don't have any other options. Like
so,
that's
me personally, I would have taken Bam and left him on Joker, and then I would have tried to do something with Caleb and put him on, and then have Jimmy kind of, you know what I mean? Jimmy be your blitz guy.
Look, like Murray was getting off on everybody, to be fair, but it was one of those things where I don't know if that was, they were so concerned with the chaos that he was causing that they were just throwing Bam on him, but it didn't matter. Like even with Bam on him, he was hitting threes in Bam's face. He was doing it all yesterday. I mean, sometimes you could throw a lot of different things, and those guys were just carving everything up. They have a beautiful chemistry together. And look, Miami's just got it. You looked at yesterday, and I will say, like, it's been one of those things where I felt like Denver went into that game kind of tight. I think their role guys kind of played tight, and their stars do what stars do, and that is in tough situations when maybe not everybody's right, they'll bail you out. And I felt like that's what it was yesterday for the Heat. And I mean, just an awful turd. You had a turd quarter where you scored 20 points. I think Jimmy assisted or scored on 17 of them. So, like, it was...
You need more from more people.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you needed more. You need to get some things cleaned up. I don't think the ball movement wasn't as good yesterday.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to get at. The other thing is that I'm going to shy away from the rebounding part of it, because when you miss more shots, they get more rebounds. Right. And so,
yeah, I mean, he shot 37%, built a brick house, and
they shot 92 shots.
Yeah.
Right. So that there's a lot of rebounds out there if you shoot 37% and shooting almost 100 shots. So that number's a little skewed. I was getting frustrated at the fact that they didn't move the ball as well. They didn't put more pressure on Denver's defense, because in the second game, they were on skates, and you got more open shots, and it just seemed like one guy was dribbling. Then I got sick of hearing this. Pass the ball to Kyle, 5 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, well,
I heard that a lot.
And that, to be fair, like that's you got to give Denver also credit on the defensive adjustment, because they were a mess. Like one of the things that the Heat were able to do these first couple of games is they were able to get wide open looks nonstop. Game one, they couldn't hit them. This one, the looks just weren't quite as good. And then you could see the Heat were getting run off, and, they got to that paint and just missing bunnies, a lot of bunnies.
Right.
So tough one. Got to bounce back. Have some guts, people. All right. Gather yourselves.
Long series, dude. And they throw the stat out there. Winner of game 3 has only won 3 or 4, or 3 and 4 the last 7.
3 or 4 of the last finals.
Of the last 7 finals.
I saw like it was 80% overall. Is like with the finals numbers too. And I think
that's 80% success rate if you win game 3, that's right up the Heat's alley.
Exactly.
They've been ruining those stats all year.
Exactly.
So I'm not worried.
Stat schmats. They have more wins than any 8 seed has ever had in a postseason. All right. We're debunking. All right. This is 3%. This is 11%. We're not scared. We're not worried about it. All right. Everybody's all here quivering and whatnot. They can bounce back.
The only thing that I'm worried about going into the future, okay? You got one in Denver. Now you put yourself in a position you got to win another one.
For sure.
And you're playing with fire. Not saying it can't be done, but I would rather not be in that situation.
Yeah, but I'm not putting it past this team to do it.
No,
Honestly,
I'm not.
What they got to get.
That's just the thing.
What they got to get. What they got to get right more is protecting their home court, because I think this is 3 straight now that they've lost on their floor.
Yeah.
So they got to. They're gonna have
to win their 2 at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
So
you're gonna have a chance, you got to win your last 2 at home.
For sure. Look, I'll be real about it. The season's basically on the line on Friday. It is. It's a must win. It's a must win. I'll declare it. I'm not scared to say it.
Okay. You're at home, right?
You got to make it 2-2. You got to make it 2-2.
Right.
Going down 3-1 and trying to then you got to win 2 more in Denver.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. I'll take 1 more in Denver, but I think that's a big ask to come back from 3-1 and go full 2016 Cavs on everybody. I think that's a big ask. So
you think this team like hold on.
Take it easy, dude.
They got off to a good start, and then they kind of got laissez-faire about the basketball, about the shots, and you know what I mean. And they didn't.
It was
play
interesting
with the same energy, and the ball didn't have the same energy as when they started. And I think sometimes here's what happens. No matter what game you play in, if the other team feels desperation, your coach will tell you, weather that first attack and you'll be fine. And I think the Heat did an excellent job of getting out to a quick start. But then the things that got them there, they kind of got away from.
There was a moment in that game I thought really swung the game. And it was in the second quarter. Caleb Martin goes on just this run by himself where you're like, oh, Caleb's doing his thing. I think he had back-to-back threes. Then Kyle, he ripped it from Joker. They got out on the break. Caleb got that reverse layup. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, boots on the ground, that building was on fire. I mean, it was as loud as I've heard of this entire postseason. I'm including Jimmy's 56. I'm including Jimmy putting them up in game 6. That building was on fire. And the next possession, I think they called timeout. I think next possession, I don't remember if there was a timeout or not, but the next possession, Jamal Murray hit a 3 right at the end of the shot clock. And I was like, damn, that's a balls 3. Right. Because that building was a break. And it kind of settled. I think that settled them down. Settled the whole Denver Nuggets down, and they really didn't look back from that point on. It was a real onions play. I thought that changed the game, because that run that Caleb was on, that place was going nuts, and he wasn't swayed. He wasn't bothered at all. So I thought that to me was the biggest shot of the game, honestly.
Yeah,
biggest shot of the game.
It seemed like it sucked the air out of the building, and you still had a decent lead. But for some reason, that play, especially when you play defense that well for 23.9 seconds, right? And then you not only do you give up a shot, a contested shot, but it's a 3. Got a little bit quiet after that. But yeah, I mean, all you can do is just bounce back,
We'll hear a little bit from the whole people involved on the way, post game from yesterday and whatnot. You guys can get your Twitches, your YouTubes in. You can call up 305-567-0560. Any questions, concerns, whatever. And we got a lot to get to. It's still a busy day here so far. We got a Stanley Cup Final tonight. Panthers need this one too. This is a big one tonight, as they're down 0-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights. And they need this one, Leroy, to get back into the series. So got a big one in our barn tonight. And lots of other news floating out there. The headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Back after this, you rascals. right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Heat, they fall in game 3 to the Denver Nuggets. Kind of made it scary there at the end. Duncan Robinson always makes you scared when he hits those late threes, huh? Like, I think he gives everybody. Does anybody give you more tight cheeks late than Duncan Robinson? Just in case he could just get on one of those little run skis.
Yeah, but by then, like, I don't know how a team goes from up 5 to down 15 so quick.
Yeah, it was tough. It was a bad third quarter for sure. But and like that, Christian Brown was an absolute menace to really put it on Miami. I will say though, still some Goosies moments. DWade in the building is always fun. First time I remember them losing with him there as a fan. That was kind of crazy. I was like, oh, DWade. I will say though, dude, listen, I love the Heat game ops. Love them, right? Marcos, hear me out on this.
All right.
They used the DWade bullet too soon.
Used it too soon. Time?
There's a proper time to put DWade on the Jumbotron.
Huh.
They used it too early. They did it tied, end of the first quarter, montage into the second quarter. Too early. Yeah. You got to save the DWade bullet when you really
That should have been the third quarter.
Should have been a third quarter thing.
Why third quarter? We were losing by then.
Nah, that's the thing though. You need like a big rally. You need to get the crowd juiced up.
Here's the other thing.
I felt like the crowd was already juiced up first quarter. It was back and forth. I think you needed to really get people fired up. DWade.
Can I give you the other side of that?
Sure.
Because here's what you do, you fraud.
What?
If they didn't show DWade until the third quarter, we would have got a message. Can't believe they haven't shown DWade on the Jumbotron yet.
No, I disagree. Because I've seen them. No, I'll tell you. I've seen them execute this move to perfection. I felt like they did this a little cocky yesterday. All right. Hate to call out game ops. Again, I think you guys do a fantastic job. You guys know I always give you your flowers. I felt like you guys got a little cocky with showing DWade early yesterday. I felt like they felt like the game was in the bag. I felt like game ops went about that game like the Heat did. A little too willy-nilly, a little too, we think we got them where we want them.
Wow.
They used the DWade bullet a little too quick. I'm telling you. You got to save. You had so many people you could have shown yesterday, Marcos. You could have warmed up with Neymar. They could have shown Pogba. They could have shown. They did show J. Cole before DWade. They could have saved that. They could have shown. Oh, that was another thing. J. Cole was there, right?
That's
right. You got to show a little montage of J. Cole with the Caleb Martin thing. You got to so he gets a louder pop. They just start playing.
I've never heard this before. You're going after game ops.
He's going after game ops.
It's a 20-point loss. You're going after game ops.
No. I'm just telling you. I feel like game ops dropped the ball yesterday. I'm just saying,
dude.
They dropped the ball yesterday.
There's been a couple of people on Twitch that have basically said Shakira is the mush.
Here's the thing, though. Can we say Shakira's a mush? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. We don't know what game. We don't know.
Here. There is no such thing as a mush that pays that much for those tickets. Like, you pay to go to a game like
mush
that.
Free fee.
You can't be a mush. It's the Tobins, the Solanas.
How am I a mush?
Oh, you know.
How you a mush?
Yeah, like you guys have like,
we already had to ban you from the Panthers.
Literally been to every Heat game. This is I think my record is
no. I said guys like you.
No, I know. But I have people hitting me over. I'm like, dude, it doesn't translate. You guys can't keep up. You just want somebody to be mad at. You want to be mad at me? Be mad at me. I'll be mad at the real people you need to be mad at, which is game ops. Game ops, you messed up yesterday, dude. You don't show DWade that early.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm telling you, dude, you gotta save the DWade bullet. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that, dude. They even did the Shaq one. That even had a better buildup, but I get it. Shaq had to go do work. He had to go to halftime. Okay.
Oh, here's the other thing.
What?
Bum.
What?
You didn't wear white?
No.
In fact, you wore the direct opposite of white.
Well, hold on. I told you guys yesterday I wasn't wearing. Guess what? I stay in Miami. I live an hour away. I don't get to just change my wardrobe because you demand it. I'll wear white on Friday.
White t-shirts are available everywhere.
I can't wear a t-shirt to media, dude.
Then go
they
and
were really
get a
casual
white
yesterday.
polo.
We saw that. It was too casual.
Go to a polo. Where? Buy it at Bayside for $80 at Psycho Bunny.
It's so true.
Like, what do you want me to do? Or go to Champs and buy one that's a 4XL that's like down to my ankles? Like, what would you like me to buy? Because the only other place to buy something at Bayside is Victoria's Secret. And I don't think they'd appreciate me wearing a brassiere. So I really don't know what you want me to do.
I mean, I would like you just got wait. Let's be clear. You just got on board us for not planning correctly.
Dude, I've literally
yet you did the same thing by not preparing.
But I've been doing something. But here's the thing. I've been doing the same thing all playoffs. Now is when you guys choose to care. It's weird.
It all matters now. This is the finals, dude.
No.
It all matters.
I'm sitting in a dark table and nobody even sees me.
I didn't want to get in the jacuzzi, but I got to get in the jacuzzi because I've gotten in the jacuzzi for every Heat game.
Why would I change up?
What if I'm a little dehydrated?
Why would I change up?
Leroy sacrificing.
Well, game ops.
So what if I was out there by halftime looking at spots?
Game ops.
I could hardly see.
Game ops should have sacrificed a few more quarters. You know, game ops should have sacrificed a few more timeouts. It's too soon.
All right,
just wasted the DWade bullet. Although I will say, him and Mike McDaniel, little powwow. That was
so now you're not on Mike McDaniel for going to the games now?
No, dude, this because he was getting some championship advice.
Mine.
Championship advice from old DWade. I was like, oh,
you want some championship advice, Mike? Win more games than everybody else. Championship. There you go.
Stunt Steve says, yeah, they put Tobin in the bird's nest for the game. They really did. And they put me.
Were you up there where we were for the fights with the food in the dark?
I wasn't that high. I was in the 300s, which is still a pretty good view. But like, you can't. They turned the lights off up in there. They're like, it's like a sad table. I'm next to like some ESPN Greece guy, not Christos. You know, it's very sad. It's very sad.
I tell you what, we were up there, Marcos. It was dark. Couldn't hardly see what you were eating, but it was all delicious.
Oh, that's good. I'm sure they didn't provide Tobin with food, did they?
No. Well, I think you can get. No, you got to buy food. It's like a ticket or something like that. But
yeah,
you know,
whatever.
That food line for the media was crazy.
Is it like a bunch of like you're used to going to all the games and obviously?
It's so much media, dude. It's ridiculous.
Do you hate it? Are you walking around like
hate
all
it.
these stupid?
Yeah, I hate it. They're like they take away your. They're like, oh, you can't go here. You can't go here. I'm like, huh? Well, like I had to like I had to like tell some people. I'm like, hey, it's me, baby.
Can I just tell you, for an athlete, that never works. Like we watch, we turn on ESPN, and you hear, you know who I am, and you're like, oh no,
it's me.
Never works.
It's old toes, and it works until there's a rule follower, and then all of a sudden I get kicked out of a place. I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know,
man, the finals restricted your access.
They did. Stunt and Steve says a bunch of Johnny come latelys. Honestly, the only thing that was a real pain in the butt is like they take up like ESPN basically takes up a hallway for a certain time. So you got to do stupid stuff like go up the stairs, go over to go down elevators. I'm like, this is so inconvenient.
So
why?
Dumb.
Like why? So Mike Greenberg doesn't have anybody look him in the eye. Like what is the deal here? Why can't I walk this way?
Why is he allowed in the building?
I don't know. The lot of them. They're all there.
Yep.
Well, I don't blame anybody else, but the way in which he did it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Dade South says fan with just okay access. Exactly.
How was your access for the finals?
Not complaining. I mean, listen, it was
I got in the building.
Yeah, I'm in the building, and it's better than people who had to pay a lot of money to be there. But yeah, it's like it's so many people, dude. It's like I don't even know how guys warm up. There was like 2 pregame shows going up on the damn court while warm-ups are going on. I'm like, really? This is the best place to do this right here. So
That's what they say about the Super Bowl. Like the halftime's longer and there's so much stuff going on that it's not really a real game. You don't get your natural rhythm, I guess. You said also that it was like electric out there. I know you were there, so you were able to see it, and I believe what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think a few people in the chat agree, and based off what I saw, I don't know if you saw Leroy, it did not translate to TV. On TV, it was.
Well,
it was. I was almost like
it wasn't many moments. It was like,
Yeah.
like I said, I think I told you the loudest moment that game got was the second quarter on that Caleb run.
You couldn't
And
tell
then-
though. You couldn't
then-
tell. It's
yeah.
almost like they had mufflers on the mics
man.
that were playing it over the TV.
No,
But
the
it
crowd-
looked loud. It looked loud,
The crowd,
but you
the
couldn't
crowd,
hear it.
yeah, no, the crowd. I thought the crowd was good. It's just, it was kind of a lackluster performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. That Jamal Murray 3, even in my house, I just remember going. "Oh, wow."
Yeah, you just
I just remember feeling.
you're like, yes, good D, good
Yeah,
D.
for sure. Because even after Caleb was like talking to J. Cole, and I was like, "You gonna leave him open? You crazy?" And then Lowry gets that steal, and I don't know. It was just a lot. And then
that happened. Yep. So we'll take a quick break. Roll on after this.
Tough night for the Heat last night as they dropped
15 minutes easier for you on 560 WQAM. Talking a lot of heat today. Obviously, just lost NBA Finals Game 3. Back at it tomorrow. Right back at it, dude. He'll be practicing today too.
Say it either way. It's a race to 4.
Why did they do that 1-day rest thing? Weren't we just doing 2? Wasn't that a thing?
No, 2 when you travel.
Yeah, it's 2 when you travel because there's 2. Then after this, there's 2 to get to Denver. Then there's 2 coming back to Miami. Then there's 2 again. So this is the this is a 1-dayer. They gotta get back at it. I think this is the only 1-dayer though in the series because they started the series, then they had a couple days off. So we'll see how that goes for everybody. Let's hear a little from Eric Spoelstra after the game. This is him on the podium, and hadn't heard this one in a while from old Spo. Lost their identity.
I just think sometimes when for us, when we lose a lot of those physical battles, the effort plays, the loose balls, the rebounding battles, that's our identity. And sometimes that can affect the flow of the rest of your game. That's not an excuse. I think the thing that we've proven over and over and over is we can win and find different ways to win, regardless of whether we have confidence, regardless of whether the ball's going in. We have a determination to impact the game and find a different solution or different way to win a game, regardless of whether the ball's going in. It felt like at times, some of those missed shots at the rim or in the paint, the makeable shots that we've made, the last several months or weeks, that affected a little bit of our whatever going down the other end. And that hasn't happened, a lot. I do want to get to the film because I'm not totally sure about that. It felt like that. We're at best when we're winning those battles first. So you can just check that box. The physical battles, 50-50s, ball in the air, ball on the floor. We win those battles. We figure everything else out along the way.
There you go. Spo after the game. Not happy with them losing the 50-50 battles.
So it's funny because he's one of the few people in basketball that don't make it about making shots.
Right. Yep.
They talk about everything else other than making shots. And I will say this. As well as Denver shot the ball, he still held them to under 110 points.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't hit any. They only made 5 threes.
It doesn't. From that standpoint, though, you're thinking of a team that's been scoring a boatload of points. You kept them under 110 for the 3rd consecutive game.
You kept them under 110, but they've in their wins they've been super efficient
very
with
efficient.
The percentages. They've been very efficient. So like and the Heat were not. I mean, like that's kind of the give and take with that. And look, you need 2 guys as excellent as Joker and Murray to carry you like that. Like they basically can't afford many misses, and they didn't. But like I think I am of the belief this is going to be a big chess match back and forth because you got some highly intelligent players and two stars on each side that really are that are really intelligent guys. I think it is upon Bam and Jimmy, if this does become a thing, can they go blow for blow with those guys? Because we haven't had a tandem game like that from them. Obviously, right. I'm not asking for history. What they did was ridiculous. But I think that there does need to be a thing is Miami has always had the Caleb Martin show up and give you 4 threes. They've had a Max Strus get hot right away. They have a Duncan Robinson show up, and that just didn't happen yesterday. Nobody came in there.
No others.
They've been relying upon the others, which is what they do. They like to feed their teammates and they like to get better. The one thing you got to wonder though, and it is one of the things that kind of hangs over this thing now is, Tyler Hero talking about that whole disrupt the chemistry thing.
You ain't disrupting
Now all of a sudden is he peeking out there like, Oh yeah. Now it's
Chemistry is right for me to come back.
It's comeback time, baby.
Here's the deal. The Heat are at their best when they don't necessarily have a 40-point score, but they have 4 or 5 guys in double figures.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. And they got 92 shots. So I'm not going to just say that they weren't active enough. But some of the shots weren't very efficient.
They weren't accurate enough.
Right.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. They were forced to do a lot of difficult shots. And they've lived in this playoff making difficult shots. Last night wasn't one of those nights. So I also do want to wonder, I do have this question. What's Tony Brothers' deal with Gabe Vincent? What's his deal, dude?
I don't know. Too handsome.
What is he, too handsome?
Too handsome.
Gabe Vincent deserved that turnover on Jokic, and he got a foul for existing in his belly button. What is that? Nobody else was furious with this?
Yes, but
that was unacceptable, to be honest.
Here's the problem. I like what Gabe did, getting all up in his face. That's how you got to disrupt him, because he's not fleet of foot.
There's nothing that makes me more mad than when the giant guy flops.
Oh my God.
Like, he didn't have to fall from that Caleb Martin-Shumsky.
Is that why you can't stand Joel Embiid? Who
Joel Embiid's the worst about it, because I just feel like he's more shameless about it. Joker's got that. Listen, sorry, he's got that savviness to him.
He's 7 foot.
The international savvy. He's got the international savvy to him, and he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He's 7 foot 280. He shouldn't be falling if Gabe Vincent bumps him.
Yeah, listen, I saw what that guy does at full speed to somebody when they're not looking. Gabe Vincent's not shoving him anywhere, dude. Get out of here. He knows what he's doing. Tony Brothers.
So now, let me see if I get this straight.
Yeah.
You are looking at Tyler Hero a little differently than you did before yesterday's game.
Look, I haven't been one of these guys that's not wanted Tyler Hero. I'd be excited if you told me. I don't believe that this team, because this has been a team where different guys have shined. Exactly.
If you add another guy,
I don't think it's a big deal.
Helps. Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I think everybody gets a little bit too crazy. Oh, it's going to ruin the defense. Like, dude, all right, listen, you're going to, in a series like this, everyone's got a Michael Porter Jr., okay? Like, that's it just, it is what it is.
He is MIA, isn't he?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, in fact, they're gonna give his minutes to old intangible.
Oh, dude, that guy, yeah. I'll tell you
I mean, I didn't realize how tall he was.
How about, like, from the time that
he's not a short guy. He's got, what is he, 6'6", 6'7"?
Yeah, he doesn't look small.
He's not small. Because I saw him dunk and I was like,
from the time that Jeff Van Gundy yelled at him for diving on the floor, that guy's done nothing but been a menace.
Yep.
He's been fantastic.
Which is, the Heat normally have a guy like that.
Yeah.
He's 2 guys and
he basically he is basically like, he was their Caleb Martin yesterday. Like, that's what he brought.
Right.
All of that. Defensive energy. You were like, holy crap, dunks. Right into Jimmy's chest, getting the and one, stripping Jimmy, all that. Yeah, like he was great yesterday.
If you Jimmy, you can't get locked down by Christian Brown. I'm sorry.
That was so frustrating to watch.
Sorry.
You better figure it out, dude. I don't know.
Sorry. I'm not talking about playoff Jimmy and then have old rookie Christian Braun intangible come in and lock you down. No.
I think we got to say his name right now.
Braun. I'm calling him Braun.
Yep.
He's not related to the.
I agree.
He's not related to the former Brewers slugger who threw the steroid guy into the bus.
No. Is he related to the shaver?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Or is he? Or maybe it's the tissue, the paper towels.
All right, there's some Dolphins news out there. Obviously, there's some football news out there.
Here we go.
Let's get to that. Hour 2 coming up next. Tua, 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 Tonga Valoa, not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort, Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua, it's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, 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 Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the show. Taking your Twitches, taking your YouTubes, your texts, your chats, your carrier pigeons. Unless JFig's around, and you got to be careful.
Watch out with that one.
Get murdered. Anyway, let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. We ain't go in today because we couldn't use Marcos's code.
That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly, dude. All right, here's what we got for today. The Miami Heat, been talking that 109-94. We'll get back into the Heat, but we basically talked all first hour about it. So if you guys want any more, just hit the Odyssey app. You can rewind it. Panthers back on the ice tonight. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Keep going.
The final against the Vegas Golden Knight.
I need the energy. We definitely need the energy tonight.
Puck drops at 8 o'clock. Coverage on the on 560 WQM. It begins at 7 o'clock.
8 o'clock puck drop.
8 o'clock puck drop.
All right.
8 o'clock puck drop.
Right.
If you guys didn't hear yesterday, Messi, he's coming to the Pinks.
Oh,
He's coming to the Pinks, love.
pretty good. You saw how high those ticket prices rose?
I heard they were crazy. I felt like I think somebody told me that I guess the $25 seats are now $600.
Yeah, like if you wanted to get into the NBA Finals, you'd have a better chance of getting that ticket than you would getting a cheap Inter Miami ticket.
That's crazy. Dude.
Cheapest ticket, I believe, is $460.
That's nuts, man. I mean,
For next year.
For July. I don't even know if Messi's going to be there, to be honest. It's going to be some game that they have,
Well,
which, by the way,
it ends in June, right? His contract ends in June.
Yeah,
June 30th.
And he can be here in July.
Yeah, so the first game in July, not even knowing if he's going to play, which, by the way, the Pinks won yesterday. They are now in the semifinal for the U.S. Cup, even though they're on a 5-game losing streak.
Listen.
I don't understand.
This is what the Pinks do.
I turn on, like, it comes on USA and it comes on, like Premier League or whatever. They show games all week, right?
Yep.
And I'm thinking they put what this game is, and I'm like, huh? Like, and then they go, so-and-so's on loan from so-and-so. I'm like, what?
Well, look.
What? That's like me getting done with regular football and then going and play Canadian football because the Vikings loaned me to the Argonauts.
This is I say this is somebody completely ignorant to soccer.
Yes.
But
so am I.
It's audition time for the Pinks. All right. Because Lionel Messi is going to decide who's going to be here and who's not. So you better impress. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Why do you think he wants to say so in that?
He doesn't mind getting his hands messy.
It's the MLS, dude. Okay.
Oh, okay.
-1.
What are you bringing over?
What is he bringing over?
Right. You can't get the same stars that you've been playing in Europe. You can't get them kind of stars. You don't know about the players over here. It's a different game.
He's going to be recruiting. He's going to be getting us. He's going to get us all these guys that are Jimmy Butler's friends, like Neymar. It's all happening for us, baby.
By the way,
why would Neymar be in Miami last night?
You got a place down here.
Well, yeah, that. But
here, let's be clear. Okay. The only reason why he is here is because he's backing away a little bit, right? Some of these guys still want to get that big check. They ain't coming to play over here.
Well, you make it the Messi special, you know?
What's the mess, dude?
We call it a sloppy
You
Joe.
understand how much these guys make? Go look at how much Neymar makes.
He'll be all right. Like,
no,
we'll make
go
it all
look
happen.
at how much Neymar makes,
Trust me,
then
dude.
before you say something like that,
You said this.
you
You
say he's
said
going to
this.
just recruit his
You
friends.
said the same thing about Messi, dude. You said the exact same thing, and look where he is now.
But he explained why.
You overthink, you come to the Pinks.
He explained why that he wanted to step out of the limelight a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
The
So you
Pinks
come.
are a perfect place.
So you come to Miami. Did you see what the social media following happened yesterday? Dude, do you know how many followers I gained yesterday for tweeting the word Messi? I was like, what is going on yesterday on my Twitter account? And I'm like, I'm like looking at them like all these people from Argentina and Messi fans. I'm like, these people are sorely mistaken if they think that I am the guy to cover soccer in Miami, because that is not what you're going to get. You're going to get whale calls, which, listen, task at hand. Well, I guess we don't have to do that with the Pinks, even though I guess, what is this cup they're fighting for?
The U.S. Cup.
Oh, the U.S. Cup. Dude. Task at hand for the U.S. Cup. But
for sure.
We got Messi. But, dude, like, forget me. Like, yesterday, I think the Pinks, like, passed the Dolphins in Instagram followers yesterday because of Messi. It's crazy. It's crazy what this does for your eyeballs. So you can say Limelight, but it's it's available internationally because it's on Apple TV, and people are still going to want to watch the greatest guy to do it. Telling you.
Okay.
Now, speaking of whales, Schefter.
Ooh.
He
Shefty.
says that the Vikings are going to try one more time today to trade Dalvin Cook. If they can't, release tomorrow.
Why would anybody trade for him?
No idea. The report
They can
says
try one more time. They can try 10 more times. Everybody knows you're going to cut him, Vikings.
the Miami Dolphins, according to ESPN, expected to have interest in signing Dalvin Cook once he is released. There have, of course, been reports that they had almost come to an agreement on him earlier this year. These two have been flirting like crazy. Hometown kid. So we'll see what happens. But he is I would not be surprised if we have Dalvin Cook on the Dolphins come tomorrow, Leroy.
All right.
Would be and oh my God, this offense.
To me, that's a game changer right there.
Something's cooking, dude.
Is it?
That's a game changer,
yeah,
bro.
dude.
Here.
Dalvin Cook is a game
Hold
changer.
on, hold on. Dude, I get that you want a star and Dalvin Cook's a star. I'm not taking that away from you.
I know you're going to do the same thing about the 5 yards per carry. Let's hear this out because we've done that argument 100 times. Let's just say they get him, okay? Whatever you want to say. Obviously, there's been interest in him, and they've had the same interest. They've had the running backs they've had. You don't think that this does add anything to the Dolphins because he is much more proven and decorated than those guys. Yards per carry be damned. He has put more production than those guys combined.
Okay, but is that based off opportunity or talent? Because they don't because
you don't
here the two guys here, and Mike McDaniel has said this, probably should have ran the ball more in certain situations.
Yeah, isn't that what
if you can bring in a Hall of Fame running back. If that situation is still present, you're still not going to run it as much as you want to, dude, because of all the other weapons you have.
Dude,
so I'm not all I'm asking is this. Based on the offense that the Dolphins have, is signing Dalvin Cook that much of an upgrade that you would pay that additional money if you don't run the ball, if you're not a running team?
Okay, but hold on. If they've had interest in trading for him and the reports just don't go away, there's either one thing. Okay, it could just be this is his agent's last play because he knows that he's very popular down here, or they're just interested in him, dude. So obviously, if there is interest in him, Mike McDaniel probably thinks he helps his offense.
All right. If there's interest in him, that still doesn't change my question.
But here's the thing. your question is something that doesn't really have consequences. Like,
sure it does, because you're spending the money. You're not going to get him for the same price you got the other two guys. So when it goes to it goes to a place of, all right, we got these other two guys for
dude. You spent You spent half the year last year saying Mostert ran like a bum. Like, you didn't think that he was running anything. No, Leroy. You didn't say that guy was running good until like week 9 last year.
Okay, after they got old boy from San Francisco, and then all of a sudden the running game changed. So when he wasn't, I put it out there. When he was, I put it out there.
Okay, but like I trust your eyes on this. You told me that the guy was running mediocre for half the year. I'm not acting like we can talk about the stats all we want. That's fine. But you told me that this guy wasn't doing that great last year.
He was.
This guy who, if they were to bring him in, he does have more credentials than him. Mostert's over 30. He's brittle. And by the way, he's best friends with Mike McDaniel. What else is Mike McDaniel gonna say? He's gonna say nice things about his friends. Listen. Have you ever done this? Has Big Spoon ever tried to set somebody up? And, of course she's going to talk them up. That's what you do for your friends.
It's got a nice personality.
Yeah. Buckle up. Buckle up. You hear that old nice personality. Like, I don't care about personality. What she look like? Come on.
You're not sold on him, though?
I'm not. I think you guys misunderstand.
He's good.
You don't understand what I'm saying. I know he's good. I'm not disputing that. Okay? But I'm looking at it from the standpoint of how much it would cost and how much of a difference his production would be over what you already have as far as what you're paying. If I'm going to pay $7 or $8 million for Dalvin Cook, right? How much better does he have to be than the guys that I'm paying $5 million?
Okay, but
that comes into play. That matters.
Totally. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about the old. The old get tired of waiting, and Stephen Ross, he's tired of waiting, dude.
But again, you listen.
And that guy's a lot of money. You can wait. I mean, it has nothing to do with waiting. It has to do with production versus money. Okay. For example, how much better are you going to be at that position for the amount of money that you're going to pay him? But hear me out. Okay. Remember what we said, like with Tyreek Hill, everybody's like, oh, he's going to come here. He's not going to do anything. Like Mike McDaniel and his ability to get guys open in space, the way that he's able to scheme it. What if you do have a guy with better talent and he is able to do better?
Okay. Again, I'm not saying that he's not going to be better.
I like stars.
I'm saying, is it worth financially the amount of money that you're going to pay versus the amount of production over the guys you have? Is that going to be worth it?
Salary cap's fugazi, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude.
Why are you just dismissing what I'm saying with some nonsense?
Because, like, what are we going to spend it on? There's no anybody out there for.
You're dismissing what I'm saying, and I'm making a very valid point that you don't want to even consider. Because they say Dalvin Cook, and you go, oh, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
When you make decisions like this. When you make decisions like this, these are things. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather bring in Dalvin Cook without knowing what the difference in production is going to be? Or would you rather sign one of your guys with that same money?
Nah.
Oh, let me tell you something. It's for this ingrate Connor Williams.
Get
your ass in the camp and snap that ball, Connor.
Give me. I'm a center now.
You got 3 or 4 guys that are up. That don't you think that, like, okay, and I don't know what the financial situation is.
Yeah, none of us do. You want to know why? The salary cap's not real. It's fugazi. They figure it out, dude.
But again, if you sign a running back for big money, right? And then you have to deal with not having Christian Wilkins signed or Sealer signed or your center signed. Is it a great look?
Listen, just get Sealer.
When you say you take care of your own, I'm just asking a question. These are all things that need to be considered.
Yeah. Just get Zach Sealer like a big gift card to Bass Pro Shop. He'll be cool.
Oh, he'll love it. Signing bonus.
Dude, I am literally dealing with two nincompoops. What do you guys do? You don't care. They say Dalvin Cook. You don't care about money, about fit, about nothing. All you heard was Dalvin Cook. You can't run a team like that.
I'm going to go to games with an apron and a chef's hat.
Oh, my goodness.
So great.
And here's what I want people to be. I want people to be clear.
Yeah.
It's not. This has nothing to do with what I think of Dalvin Cook. I think he's an excellent running back.
Of course.
It has nothing to do with that.
I like how
But I don't understand why. Oh.
Doesn't Vanessa put it best when she says, it's funny how Leroy tries to reason with Tobin after 7 years of this.
I know! It's annoying!
Look at the rock on the screen and he says who's cooking. And he does the eyebrow thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, so somebody said Dalvin Cook made $5 million last year. Why does he think he's going to get a raise after being cut? You're going to make more than $5 million, dude.
With the Dolphins, he is. That's right. You know what we call it?
Leroy hates starting caliber running backs? Oh, see, I'm reading the Twitch. It would make a major difference.
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah.
How?
I got you. How about
what,
this?
What number? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is an honest question.
Yeah.
Go look at the rushing that the Dolphins had last year.
Okay.
And then figure out, to make it work, what would Dalvin Cook have to produce?
Okay. I'll try and figure that out. But also, what do you think about this when it comes to the salary?
Oh, no.
What do you think about this, Marcos?
There's two phrases I can't stand. There's two phrases that are going to make me go crazy. What do you think about this? And hear me out.
When you have to finagle the salary cap, does Chris Greer cook the books?
Can we please? Is it break time? Is it break
Point
time?
for Tobin.
It's good. You know?
The worst. It's like a tag team. I'm fighting by myself. My partner has been concussed over in the corner. He got hit with a chair. And I'm by myself. Twofer. Back and forth. Just me against you two.
You can have a section of the stadium carved out. Have a little cookout. Game ops.
Game ops, dude.
This
It
guy
matters.
Now, and then he know the magic words to say to get Tobin going. Game ops.
I'm talking
about game ops. We talking about a whole different sport. A whole different sport. And you mentioned game ops, and he got woo game ops. Let's go to break. I can't deal with it.
Go.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin,
Hey.
Leroy.
Guess who he was married to?
Who?
Janet Jackson.
I would never got that.
That was like one of her first marriages
Huh.
to one of the DeBarges. Hello, JFig.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hey, hey, you could have felt free to jump on a little bit sooner to help a brother out.
No, she
I
wants
heard
Dalvin.
I heard you were asking for some help.
JFig
Yeah.
wants Dalvin Cook here too. Don't lie.
I'm just like, listen, I'm not.
Also, I don't think Zach Sealer would be okay with the gift card. Come on.
You don't think I can convince him? I said, hey,
Absolutely not.
all the Bass Pro Shop you want.
Can I just say this?
The guy used to live in a trailer,
Can I just say this?
like an RV.
Can I just? Some of those
Times have
RVs
changed.
are like $1.5 million, dude.
Not the one, dude. No, dude. I saw the RV that he used to live in.
Here. Can I just say this?
Yeah.
You could never be a GM in any sport. Your ass would get fired. You know what? You know what you would be doing? ESPN with Tannenbaum.
I would
That's
be
where
a guy,
you would be.
You know, I don't disagree with you. I don't know if I would be good as a general manager.
No,
but
I'm telling you, terrible.
But what I would be good at in the front office is every office needs an ideas man. And I'm an ideas man.
Every
You know?
time we have somebody, every time we have somebody from either the Heat,
Yeah.
the Dolphins, or whatever, and you start a conversation with, hear me out.
Well, I want to talk to
Even
them.
Mike goes, ugh.
Well, I want
He's
to talk
an
to
ideas man, and no one takes his ideas.
I want to talk to
into
Michael McCullough.
consideration.
I want Michael McCullough to give me a meeting with Game Ops, okay? Because they used the DWade bullet
Stop
too
blaming
quickly.
them.
Wow.
I'm not
dude.
blaming
Yes,
them.
you
I
are.
just-
believe
You
you're coming
literally
after our
said it
guy,
a couple
bro.
You
segments
literally- hold
ago.
on.
I
Okay.
blame Game Ops.
Yeah, you
Look,
did
That's
say
what
that.
you said.
Actually.
I just want to say this right now.
Yeah.
JFig ate Shakira.
Whoa!
Yeah, just pin everything
Do
else
you?
on me.
No, here's the
Hate
problem.
Shakira. I have
Here's-
nothing
wait,
against
I
her.
would-
here's the
Stay
problem.
out
No,
of
no.
the building.
JFig, I want to say,
She's
I
on
want
the
to.
win list ever since she's been there.
JFig,
Sorry.
I am yesterday. I'm in the press conference for Eric Spoelstra to talk. He's miserable, and all you get bzz, 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 bzz. And I look down. It says Shakira, mush, bum, stay away from the Heat. I was like, whoa!
No. Let me tell you what the problem is.
Jeez.
She saw Shakira talking to Gabe.
Oh.
I didn't see that part.
Wow.
You know what? Now even less. You're not allowed in the building next time.
Let's see. Did she post anything about the Heat last night? Let's check it out.
I don't know. I didn't.
She did not. She did not. Oh, does follow Gabe Vincent now though.
What?
I'm just messing with you.
I know he was. Even I knew that. Oh,
He's a sailor.
gosh. What are we
Stunt Steve says
doing?
the only thing she hates more than birds is Shakira.
I know. Why? Because your hips lie?
I'm not a liar. No, never.
I didn't ask you if you were a liar. Her hips don't lie.
Her hips mush.
See, you and me, JFig. You blame Shakira, I blame Game Ops.
Oh my
That's how low
goodness.
we've gone. There was 2 30-point triple doubles yesterday, and we're like, I don't know, that Shakira and Game Ops.
Listen, do you want it?
Hey, at least we're not blaming the refs.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
Tony Brothers has
I mean,
some
what is he?
Come
What
on,
is wrong
dude.
with Tony Brothers? This guy and Gabe Vincent. What the hell?
Like Gabe was looking at, what am I supposed to do with this behemoth in front of me?
Excuse me. You were a little too rough with the 7'1", 2-time MVP there, Gabe. Are you kidding me?
Meanwhile, Gabe's getting up. He's wiping his face off. What just hit me? Foul!
He just had one of the.
Oh wait, on me, on me.
Yeah, one of those improbable things you could do, which is outmuscle this Goliath for the basketball. And he goes, "Nope, not legal, foul."
Yeah, I think sometimes they
4
look at
days ago,
situations-
she was in Barcelona. Why didn't she stay there?
Jeez.
Wow,
Wow,
JFig, what are you doing?
on?
Wow,
She's
This
mushing
is the
her
most-
games.
Wait, this is the most she's ever investigated a situation, right? She's got Shakira's whereabouts. Where is she today? Is she staying in Miami for the next game too?
I hope not.
Maybe she was recruiting Messi.
Maybe
Then
she
she could
was.
stay in the soccer field.
Jeez.
So it's
just
only
want-
with basketball?
Yeah.
Do
Wow.
we know that they're actually dating?
Who?
Like all we have is that they followed each other. We have no proof that Shakira and
That's what
Jimmy
you
Butler
do.
like each other.
That's what you do.
I have yet to say that. So.
But she has not been a regular at Heat
Whoa,
games.
whoa.
This is a new thing, it seems like.
Shakira and Jimmy Butler. I didn't know this was a
Dude,
thing.
we have.
Do you
this,
think that
this show has stooped to an all-time low? We got game ops and Shakira, the reasons why the Heat lost.
do you
Yeah, Tobin,
think
you started this.
what
okay?
do you mean?
You
Game
were
ops.
looking for me to say something.
Dude, so now you're yelling at Todd the intern.
Listen, I have Spo there. His hair is disheveled yesterday. He looks miserable because they lost a finals game. And I'm getting bzz, 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 bzz. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what
Should have
is
hidden your alerts.
what the hell is going on right now? And it's just Shakira's just getting blasted in my group chat.
People were also tweeting at me, okay? They were looking for me to say something too.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I kept getting
feel,
tweets.
You feel that you had a responsibility
Wow.
Yeah.
to your people
Yeah.
to comment on the situation?
Mhm.
JFig texted me yesterday. Tobin, go by Shakira and tell her she is no longer to attend our games. She's ruining us.
so she's sending you on a mission. Like,
Carrier pigeon.
like we on Mission Impossible because you know he can't get to that lower deck. Not with
That's
that
not
little
true.
pass he
He
got.
was.
You know, if I even looked in Shakira's direction, I'd be left in handcuffs.
Well, don't forget, she ain't going there by herself, so she got some beef around her.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So when those stars buy tickets, do they have to buy like 4 tickets?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
what happens here's what happens is I think they get the good ticket and then like they like Floyd Security. You know, we have a source we could probably ask about this, but Floyd Security, like his all sit in the 100 level, like a few rows back. They're not on the floor. But and then like during halftime, they all go up to Floyd to like block people from going near Floyd Mayweather. You know? But no, they don't sit on the floor with them. They want to sit next to the fancy people. You know, like DWade yesterday doesn't have his people. He's sitting next to Magic Johnson.
Nah.
Magic's everybody's people, though.
He's very nice.
Yeah, you can't not like Magic.
Did you see the video that he put out of Riley and DWade? It was Goosies.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Did it have a bag full of money?
It did
Here's
not.
what we owe you, DWade.
It did not.
Sorry, we apologize.
No, it didn't. It didn't have
Okay,
that.
all right,
Didn't.
all
It
right.
was still Goosies nonetheless.
No, hey, listen. I will say this:
Goosies.
there is never going to be a guy in Miami sports that comes to this town and goes to a game that's going to be as loved as DWade.
Nah.
Right, and part of it,
Which is why
is
you wait.
Part of it is because of the way he played, right? Like when Marino was playing, this was something we had never seen. A guy throw the football like this, right? But DWade is closer to one of us. Grit, work hard, getting knocked down, getting up, fighting through some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like he's closer to us as far as how he played the game. So people are always going to, and that's why I say no matter who plays here, right? I don't care what Jimmy does. DWade is the guy. I mean, he was in town. You think we could have had that street ceremony?
It would have been nice.
Yep.
Let me know, Mayor Suarez, you know. A little less podcast, a little more getting my damn sign up.
Well, last time we talked to him, it started the pandemic. So
That is true.
We don't have to talk to him again.
Did you see the shirt that DWade brought though?
What?
Brought a shirt to the game with
The white one?
yeah, he brought this shirt to the game, right? Because he was wearing like this. People were getting on him for this knitted sweater that he had, but like
Knitted sweater.
yeah. Hold on,
He was wearing a knitted sweater, Leroy.
he had this. Look at this. Look at that. That's the picture.
Was it
You-
culture?
Yeah, but it's D-Wade and Jimmy looking out on the court, and then 2 lions. That's Goosies right there, dude.
That's cute.
That's
Yeah.
Goosies. Take a break. Back
It
after
doesn't
this.
take much.
I don't like that. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock as we had the Heat lose last night in the NBA Finals. Heat, or Panthers, they're right back at it tonight. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. And they need this one tonight. Even Matthew Tkachuk was talking about that today. He's like, look, we're going to make this a series. We need this one tonight, Leroy. So I'm a little nervous. I'm going to be on edge tonight with the Cats. I'm not going to lie.
Well, because here's the problem. Vegas looks really good. And they're not falling for the shenanigans. They're not falling.
What's up with that?
They don't fall for it. Dude, it's like I've never seen a team that is physical yet poised. Somebody usually loses their cool at some point.
Yeah.
And Tkachuk is doing everything to get them going. But
I would like Tkachuk to have an ejectionless game tonight, if possible.
Yeah.
You know. That would be my big hope.
Well, the good news is Racco Gudis is playing.
Yes, well, not surprised. That dude, he's a monster.
Hey, I picture him in the offseason doing Naked and Afraid, but all the animals are afraid.
Why? Because he's naked?
No.
Wow,
no, he
Marcos.
Is that what it takes to get a win tonight?
What are you doing?
He would win Naked and Afraid, though.
I picture him chewing on nails.
Clearly, you haven't heard all of the what is the whatchamacallit, the guy that I was going to fight. What's his name? Old ass
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. The old Chuck Norris jokes. Right? Yeah, that's where I get that from, man. Come on. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I just really thought,
Stop bothering Leroy today, Marcos.
Hey,
me?
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, dude, you're badgering him.
You just tagged him in. That's all.
You excited about Dalvin Cook.
That's all. That's
You
all.
upsetted him first with
I
Dalvin.
went to tag JFig and she hit me over the head with a chair. So now it's three against one.
Do you want to hear Marcos? I just sent you Mike McDaniels' response to the rumors. If we could get that for the people, as he has been somebody tried to do some journalism, some scoopage, because Mike McDaniel just spoke third day of mini camp today over in Miami Gardens.
Is it 3 days or 5 days? I don't
3.
remember. 3 days.
3.
That's what I thought.
It's 3 days. Yesterday, a lot of the talk. Tua spoke yesterday. We'll hear a little bit from Tua coming on up. He has his.
Tua looked thick.
He does, dude. He does,
do
dude.
that. Do you just? There you go.
He does.
Got to have a good center of balance now,
Yeah.
That's called you got to have a good base.
You want to know who else was there yesterday?
You're familiar with that. You got the web feet and then the big bottom, wide base.
What's going on? I don't know how.
I got to try to get somebody back. You guys have been tattooing my ass all show. What are you doing?
Let me know
Mike McDaniel, by the way.
All right, let's hear what let's hear Mike McDaniel respond to the Dalvin Cook rumors. This was minutes ago from Miami Dolphins camp.
Like a veteran running back, Minnesota Vikings, who is from Miami, is supposedly going to be released today or has been released. You have said that this team is always seeking to upgrade. Does that apply at running back right now?
March 3rd, 1983. That day I was born, right? Now we take a closer look at that date. And that, in fact, was not yesterday. Okay, so people are rumored to be tall, short, people that are rumored to be that's you're not going to get this guy. I'm year 2, okay? So that what I am excited about is talking about the most important thing, which is the 3rd day of veteran minicamp. And we've got a lot of guys that are good players that have an opportunity to get better. Answer your question?
Yes, not to my satisfaction, but yes.
Not to my satisfaction.
Unless you're trying to run me out of town,
Hey, wait. Has he ever answered a question to anybody's satisfaction when he starts talking about birth dates and stuff
Isn't
like
this
that?
the second time he mentions his birthday in response to a question?
He can't just say I wasn't born last night. He has to.
Yes, he has to find a creative way
Like
to
he
say
has
the same
done that
thing.
too. Yes.
Hey, so, and then follows it up with, did that answer your question? Hell no, Mike. You know it didn't answer my question.
To be fair, Perk got too cute with his question where he goes, a veteran running back from Minnesota, from Miami.
No. Here's how.
So cute got cute, you know?
Here's how Perk tried to get him. See, y'all weren't paying attention. I was paying attention. All the other stuff, veteran running back, he's from Miami. He threw all that in there. This is the part where Perk tried to get him. When he said, you always said you were trying to upgrade your team.
Right. Don't use my words against me.
Right. You always said, Mike, you were trying to upgrade the team in any way you can. Is this an upgrade? Right? Wait a minute. Look, that could have lasted 2 seconds. You know why? Because Mike could have said,
no
talk
comment.
to me when he's free.
Yeah,
he is still under contract with the Minnesota Vikings. I can't talk about him. Boom, that's it. Rumors, innuendos, suggestions. He may be released. I don't get involved in that.
Look, here's what we know about Mike McDaniel. That guy's a fan of words and using a lot of them.
Oh, dude, like, I like to talk, right? But sometimes I got to plug my ears when this man talks, because I know that he about to go on for about 5 minutes and not answer nothing about the question that was asked. You know it. You get a feeling. He start thinking, let's see, I was born in 1983, and you ain't going nowhere near that question.
Mike McDaniel, Pisces.
Yeah. Mike McDaniel, that beauty pageant contestant that rambled on about when asked about education in the U.S. First of all, that question should never be asked in a beauty pageant.
Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to.
We ain't got no Rhodes Scholars out there in the formal dress.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
I've seen Bones.
Bones.
Yeah, they got the good-looking doctors.
It's true. They're doctors.
Any of them were beauty pageant contestants?
I mean, I don't know what their background was, dude. I just get it from the point where it was
telling
Bones.
you. Like, it's also TV, you jackass.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, they ain't gonna have a whole bunch of people being doctors or lawyers or whatever looking like Marge. What are you doing?
You want to know something, though, yesterday? It was a Dolphins camp?
Shakira.
Better.
She better stay away from the field. All I'm saying.
Better than Shakira. Better hips than Shakira.
Oh,
Kyle Lowry.
Nope. Nope.
What?
No, nothing to do with basketball.
All right.
Only football.
Better hips.
Better hips.
You give up?
Yeah, so far I do.
Baldy.
Whoa!
Baldy was a Dolphins camp yesterday, dude.
Wow.
He was boots on the ground.
It just continues. It just continues.
You want to? Yeah, he was.
You want to have Baldy on?
I would love to have Baldy on. I would love to have Baldy on one day. Yeah.
All right.
But this was Baldy, dude. He asked like the most football-y question ever because he's football. I mean, Baldy. I mean, that guy knows football.
I mean, his nickname is Baldy.
Yeah.
Not because he's bald.
He asked Tua. I think he asked him about bootlegs. I was like, oh, Baldy.
Yeah.
I saw a drill out here today where you literally did bootlegs for 20 straight minutes.
Yeah.
Right side, left side, hit Tyreek. Is it just a reminder that this whole thing, it always comes back to the basics? Like you can never drill it.
Wow.
Yeah, it always comes down to the basics. I was just over there talking to
Goosies.
Our OC, Frank Smith.
Oh, yeah,
telling him about when are we going to start doing these plays because the defense are overplaying this, and he said that Mike wanted to stick to the basics. Once everyone understands where they're going, gets the foundation of it, then we can move on from there. And so that should tell you all from the drills that we did.
I want to throw up.
Wow. I mean, wow.
I literally
All
want to
Baldy, dude. Baldy. What a
Just
journalist.
get it out of him.
Yeah. You know, it just really
what?
does.
What did he get?
Oh, he got,
First of all, let me tell you something, you two knuckleheads.
What?
You have no idea what he was talking about.
Oh,
No,
dude.
you don't. You don't. You don't.
Yeah,
This
I mean-
is what makes this comical is that you
Yeah.
two guys have no idea what they were talking about.
Everybody knows a bootleg, dude. That's when you fake out.
It
It's like
has
a boot.
nothing to do with the bootleg, jackass.
No, dude. It's everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Here's
Baldy.
what it had to do. Are you ready for this? Did you listen to the two answer, or
Oh,
did
yeah.
you guys just listen to Baldy and got all excited and you wasn't really listening to it?
Mostly Baldy.
Something about basics.
Mostly
Oh.
Baldy. He said something. We
Here's
have a
the deal.
Frank. Who's Frank?
Here's the deal. If you ever notice in training camp and early on in camp, defense looks really good, right? They always do.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're running the same 4 or 5 plays over and over and over again. That's your base. You run those plays till you're blue in the face, right? You run them in camp, you run them in mini camp, you run them in OTAs. There's 5 or 6 plays where you perfect those plays. That's your base. Everything else, as you go through the season, you start at that point and you build from there. So what Mike McDaniel is doing is he's got these 4, 5, 6 plays in the running game and in the passing game that's going to be their base. And that's what you do. So that's where the answer came from, you knuckleheads. You heard bootleg and you got excited. You had no idea what the hell.
Ethan Schmolnick says, to his baby's favorite movie, Puss in Bootlegs.
Point for Twitcher.
Or as Dr. Toboggan said, Baldy speaks, people listen.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Just knows football, dude. He knows
football, dude. You know?
I call them fakey fakes. Now I know they're called bootlegs.
Right.
Like 33 fakey fake on the right.
Yeah, I thought it was like a fake, like, you know, like a bootleg movie, you know, like it's a fake out. That's what I thought it was.
Like it's not good quality.
Right, you know?
Walking through the camera.
Can I just say, I hate you guys. Like, it's just
Football.
unbelievable.
Oh, football, dude. Anyway, get some cat talk coming up next.
The Panthers, down 2-0, looking for a win when they're back in Sunrise Thursday. Only one way to win. Tobin must reverse the curse and interview Bob. The people want it. Leroy, JFig, and Marcos want it. Glenn wants it. The texters want it. Tobin, do not be a mush. Reverse the curse on the home of the Panthers. AM 560 Sports, WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and always live on the Odyssey app. Don't be a mush.
Welcome back, you rat bastards. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here. Getting some headlines here brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thank you, JFig.
Okay, hold on. Let me see your water bottle. Is that not the most JFig water bottle in the whole
it's a
world?
goth water bottle. It looks like she's drinking liquid death.
Jeez, dude.
You know?
Thank you. It's a cute water bottle.
It's like blacker than black, dude.
Yeah,
it's like the absence of color.
If your heart is made of like darkness,
it's really sad.
Thank you. It is.
It looks like you drink that after chewing glass. Like,
that's actually where she spits her tobacco.
Does it strike you that JFig has like brass knuckles in the back of her pocket? Like it's just any time, just
actually,
ow.
Don't be surprised.
She prefers hand-to-hand combat. That's why.
Oh man, we'll get to some cat talk here in a second. But as far as the rest of the headlines go, Heat, they dropped Game 3 of the NBA Finals to the Denver Nuggets last night. Let's hear a little bit from our guy Low Dog afterwards, as it was a great night for the Denver Nuggets stars. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic really cooked the Heat. This was Low Dog afterwards, his thoughts on their performance.
I think the game started off with Jamal Murray, and it kind of made the Jokic game, a little bit easier. We had to help on Jamal. Jokic is going to get his. He's going to do him 2-time MVP. He knows how to play basketball. He's really talented. Sometimes, like you said, he's going to do what he's going to do. 32, 10, and 21. It's pretty good numbers. He's 7 feet. They could do pretty much everything. But I think Jamal set the tone for their group, and he was aggressive, assertive, and he set the tone, and it made things a little bit easier for Jokic.
Yeah, it was annoying. They were good. They were really good yesterday. Didn't get enough from really anybody. I mean, Jimmy was building a brick house in the first half, and then had a nice third quarter to kind of keep the Heat kind of in it. They were down 14 going into the fourth. And, with Miami, you just never know. Like, no lead is really safe with them. But, just Jamal Murray and Jamal Murray, he's right. Like, really set the tone. I honestly thought out of the two of them, and I know Jokic did something nobody's done. I thought Murray was better. I thought, like, what he was doing, the shots that he was hitting with the difficulty he was hitting him with, I thought he was the guy really breaking the Heat's back yesterday, because Joker got 20 rebounds, but it's like, the Heat shot 37%, and he's the biggest guy in the court. He should get 20 rebounds. But I mean, the chemistry they had between each other just really carved Miami up. They need a big bounce back. Tomorrow is a big, big game for Miami, and I know a lot of people are worried about Jimmy. Here's the thing, though, guys. Like, I know I see a lot of like the splits going on social media with Jimmy and his ankle, and where he was pre-ankle injury. Thanks a lot, Josh Hart, by the way. And post-ankle injury. I'm not doubting that Jimmy Butler is probably not 100%. In fact, I would venture to guarantee he's not 100%. He's going through it. But that's not going to change. Like, and you have won games with Jimmy Butler. You have won series now, 2 series basically with Jimmy Butler on a bum ankle. You're this damn close to a championship, and you gotta find a way to get it done, and they have been able to find a way to get it done. I do think that we were calling for Jimmy to be playoff Jimmy, and he wasn't hitting all those sweet spots that he normally was, especially in the paint. That was the weird thing about it, like especially at the rim. You know, he had kind of that patented, push shot that he has like right outside the paint a few times. But Bam, Jimmy, they were decent yesterday. I don't think they were bad. I don't think they played bad games. Especially, Jimmy definitely has another level, I think. But they just got outshined by Joker and Murray. Like not even close yesterday between the duos, because the role guys really on both sides. Are you eating an orange? Like you were like Leroy. You show up in the segment 5 minutes in, and we heard every drop of juice go into your mouth just now, ASMR style.
That was the Kendrick Perkins right there.
You just Kendrick Perkins us, except that you were basically like a toucan, because we heard you go at the tropical fruit.
Oh my god!
You're like a citrus vampire.
Please.
I needed to go to my happy place.
Would you go to an actual orange tree, bro?
You are your happy place.
What are you
at
home? What are you at a timeout during a youth soccer game?
Yeah. Orange slices.
Anyway,
me and Ant-Man.
That basically summarizes the Heat yesterday as well. So there you go.
they took a break and ate orange slices.
Pretty much. The interesting thing will be that I think they're going to practice. I think soon. I think maybe by my next hour we'll have maybe Spo will have an update, because I think Tyler was supposed to have another full contact workout today. It is going to be interesting, because the questions are like, is it when is too late? What he's not cleared yet, but definitely looks like they could use some punch. And I do think that, this is a Heat team that maybe could use a little bit of a jolt. Maybe he can provide that. Maybe you try it out. Maybe take it for a spin if he's able to go. I can't stress that enough. If he's good, I don't want Tyler. I don't want a half, a half decent.
Here's
Tyler
the problem. The way Tyler plays and the way he is offensively versus the way he is defensively, you need full offensive Tyler. If you're not getting full offensive Tyler, you can't be a problem on defense and not be your full strength on offense.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Get some cats.
Decoy thing. Was that possible? I know, like sometimes in football they try to do the decoy thing where it's like you have this big name receiver, so he can't just run around.
You got 5 guys. You need everybody to score.
Yeah, well,
maybe that's
decoy.
Maybe that's
like they used their 2 guys as decoy. Jamal Murray and Joker, they were decoys.
We saw one. The only time there was a decoy in the playoffs so far is when Jimmy Butler was literally unable to move on his ankle, and Tom Thibodeau still didn't trust going at him.
It's true.
Tom Thibodeau was like, I don't know. Jimmy on one leg, I still think I trust more than Julius Randle.
Although I've seen in these playoffs, Jimmy Butler get more balls blocked than I've ever seen in any stretch of his career.
Yeah, which is, I think, probably goes to the idea of people saying that, he is playing through something.
He's got no lift.
I think
it's getting better, though. It's getting better, because I've seen a couple of jumpers where he got out pretty good. So
I didn't think yesterday. I don't know. I think certainly some people are watching him on defense yesterday get burnt a couple times, and maybe there's some lagging on that end because he wanted to push offensively. Because I felt like I do feel like Jimmy was in the spots yesterday. He just he couldn't convert.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I know it's an issue when Jimmy Butler is getting guarded by Christian Brown.
That Christian Brown's good, dude. I think we got to give respect.
Okay, we will.
I think we
Not now. Not now. He was on the bench.
I agree.
His own team benched him.
What else we got? Okay, so let's get some cat talk here brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius party playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
Your Florida Panthers.
Game 3 tonight, 8 o'clock from FLA Live Arena. Of course, you have that here right for you on 560 WQAM. You're home for both championships right now. You got the Heat, of course, going with the NBA Finals, and the Stanley Cup Final resumes tonight. Matthew Tkachuk, this is from Jameson Olive's Twitter account from Panthers.com. Matthew Tkachuk says, quote, coming back home, I think it's a breath of fresh air that every one of us has to take care of home ice like we have all playoffs and make this a series. You can't make it a series unless you win this game tonight. All we are focused on is winning this one game.
Now that's some good honesty without talking trash or putting yourself out there. That's the reality of the situation.
Yep.
Right. So go ahead. I mean, I would prefer that you stop them from scoring 6 goals.
And also, hopefully the referees, like.
Do they rotate them in the, or do they have the same officials?
Dude,
they rotate them, right?
Yeah, I think they got to rotate them. I don't know. You think there's a Tony Brothers of the hockey world?
Yeah, but Tony Brothers hasn't done every game, has he?
No, he doesn't. But I'm just talking about a guy who gets.
No, I think all the teams, all the sports do that. That they don't have the same for every series. They don't have the same officials.
Are you nervous about? Are you nervous about Bob tonight?
More worried about the defense that was in front of him, because I'm a firm believer, if you're not gonna stop the guy, get the hell out of the way so Bob can see.
Yeah.
And they didn't do either. So I'm more than sure that maybe some of them were on Bob, because I saw one goal where Bob flicked his glove at the puck after it was already in the net.
Yeah, I feel like for the Cats, it would be if they somehow could get up to a 2-0 lead early on this one, get something past this Aiden Hill, who's been playing out of his mind.
I
think get that building rocking in the right way, and then play disciplined, because they've been obviously
a lot of penalties, man. The Panthers don't do well with a bunch of penalties.
Paul Maurice freaks out too on the sidelines. It's pretty hilarious.
Mr. Cool as a cucumber loses it.
Oh, on the bench, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, that's your cat talk. Brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius part of your playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Take a break. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560. Take you up till 2 here on the show. Got a little Goosies. No Goosies coming on up.
It's not going to be hard.
I know. That's why we got to play the game to try and, lift the spirits up. That's what we got to get going on. By the way, I should mention Luis Arraez, 2 more hits yesterday. Averages up to 403. Marlins, this is crazy, Leroy. How about
6
this?
in a row.
6 in a row. But not only this. This was in the Miami Herald today. First time the Marlins have swept consecutive series at Lone Depot Park ever in their new ballpark. And the first time they've swept back-to-back series at home since 2008. Wow. 2008.
15
last time
years ago.
that they swept back-to-back series. So you got that. The only bad news yesterday, Edward Cabrera left the game with a blister. And,
wait. Oh, my God. What?
What are we talking about? No. It's a pitcher. Like pitchers and the blisters. I remember Josh Beckett doing big things.
Josh Beckett, you got to put some super glue on that thing.
Okay, that's barbaric. But still,
I don't.
No, that's what you do.
I thought you have to pee on the hands.
No.
No, when you get a blister or the cracked skin, like if you're a pitcher, you put super glue on it. It gives you like a skin, like a second skin almost.
Interesting. Yeah. Like I remember when you were like,
come on, everybody's taking the glue,
everybody's
put it on their finger, and then peeled it off. That's the same thing super glue is.
Is that but maybe in baseball, you're not allowed to have the foreign substance of it. You're not allowed to have glue on your hand.
Man, these are weird spots on the blisters, though. Like this is like on the side of the.
Yeah, because you got to get the grip. You can't get spin on the ball.
Yeah, for some reason though, I thought it was like the one on the palms that you get from the gym. I've heard of them. I've never experienced it, but this is like
whoa.
What? I didn't say anything.
I can 100% tell.
Yeah,
you don't frequent a gym.
No, I just have baby.
Nobody gets blisters in the palm of their hand, dude.
Oh, sure, dude.
The knuckle things, you never from holding the bar.
He just didn't specify what area exactly.
I mean, like when you're, if you hit, like you'll get blisters here.
Yeah, but the ones that I was seeing the pitchers get them like.
No, look at the pitchers. Yeah, like if he's got.
That's
on the fingertips.
Maybe if he's a sweater, does that like moisten the tips?
Yeah, it said if you're pitching in humid environments, which obviously he is.
Maybe we have to crank. Maybe we have to crank the AC leaning out of the camera.
Oh,
-1.
-1.
No, you get to do it back with the graphic. We knew what happened. But like maybe it's one of these things where like maybe the Marlins need to crank the AC when Edward Cabrera pitches.
You guys are enjoying yourselves today, huh?
We are, yeah.
In fact, Spirit Leroy has changed sides. Now she's in on it.
It helps me get over the the loss last night. By the way, Chris Paul,
I had to get over the loss too.
Chris Paul's getting waived.
Yeah, what's
right?
Oh, you started your video with.
I was like, what? I saw it yesterday.
Hey, that's what happens when that $30 million ain't guaranteed.
Yeah, he only has 16 of it guaranteed, and then they could stretch that to basically make it like 3 million. So they're making some moves. It seems like the Suns.
I tell you what, the biggest mistake they made: signing DWade.
Yeah, who now they want to trade?
You should have just let him go.
Now they want to trade him.
But the thing is that you re-signed him because you didn't want to get nothing for him, and now you're not going to get nothing for him.
Another thing that really should be blamed for yesterday's loss. What? Damian Lillard, selfish dude. He's a selfish guy putting his.
Now he's selfish.
He's selfish.
Wait. First of all, wait. Tobes.
What?
He didn't ask the question. He didn't put it out there.
He wanted it out there, dude. He wanted it out there.
He knows what he was.
He knows what's coming there from old Custer. All right, and Custer and him, selfish dude, to release that during the finals.
Yep.
Because you took eye off the prize. So just so we're clear for last night, I'm ranking and in reasons for the Heat loss last night. All right, in backup order: Joker, Murray.
Yep.
Tony Brothers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damian Lillard being selfish.
Yeah.
But the number one reason that Heat lost yesterday, game ops.
No way, dude.
What about Shakira?
Game ops. I don't blame
Oh,
Shakira.
now you want to be on the Shakira train.
No, I'm just saying. You brought it out there. I'm just saying. Where does that figure?
That's the
figure in?
No, JFig's list is just Shakira. That's her list.
Well, yours
at least the game ops are not in there.
Yours up until 2.5 hours into the show was game ops.
It's still game ops is number one. Game ops is number one. Look, I hate to come at the Kings because they do it better than anybody else. Golden oldies, we don't go a game without golden oldies now. Because they know golden oldies got to pop. You know when to deploy the golden oldies. You can't use the DWade bullet that fast. I'm sorry. It's still sticking with me all night. I can't get over it. Like, I can't believe
you can't move your camera and expect to be in the frame. You're not in the frame.
What's going on here?
I'm in the frame.
I'm going to change things.
I'm right in the middle.
You look like one of those.
You
look like one of those astronauts who's floating away from the rocket camera. Like, that's what you look like right now. You're drifting away.
Here's the problem. There's a desk in the front. A little thing for the keyboard that I moved over to the side, but I can't get close, and the chair doesn't sit up. So yeah, so I'm trying to lean back in the chair. I'm good.
I just am picturing you at one point during the segment to go, "Oh, we heard you, Neil."
Yeah.
Love that commercial, man.
I really do.
The classic.
Yep.
Speaking of things that really matter.
Was that a space joke? See what you did there. Matter? That's a point. No?
Nope.
-1.
-1.
I'll take that one.
For assuming he's that smart. You get the -1 for that.
As Leroy mentioned, Leroy came on today's show really ogling and noticing beefy Tua, and this is not something that Leroy typically does. Leroy is not.
He looks thick.
He looks like he put on some muscle. Tua Tagovailoa.
What does his neck look like?
I don't know.
You need to do some of these right here.
Like Mike Tyson?
Yeah, you got to put the weight thing on your head.
Traps.
Oh,
traps.
Yeah.
Put the weights on. No, like Michael B. Jordan in Creed. When they had the little neck brace with the weights on it.
Stun Steve just goes -1 frog boy.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
I think everybody missed calling you that.
But here is Tua. This is Tua on gaining all that muscle this offseason, and why?
I'm trying to work on everything. As much as I'm trying to work on throwing the ball, getting the ball to the guys, being able to push the ball a lot more downfield. Getting in the playbook, I'm doing the same with my body.
Ooh. All right.
Look at that.
Thick books, thick thighs.
All right.
They save lives.
Yes, they do. The doctors we were talking about. You see it?
Yeah.
So to reiterate, JFig just basically said, thick thighs save lives.
That's right.
It's true.
Yep,
It's true. They say that.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he's doing some charitable work at the moment.
Why do you think Kyle Lowry is such a hero?
When a hero comes along.
Dude, we should go home right now. Everybody get some sleep. We'll regroup tomorrow.
We are.
No. We're good.
I mean, I'll go home. I don't mind. I'm not really.
The hell? What are y'all doing?
Carlos is going to say no one's going to talk about tatted Tua. Yeah, Tua got some cool tattoos too. That's
Okay.
a cool link.
What?
Yep.
Is it like the traditional Samoan Hawaiian?
He's got something going on there, like on the shoulder. It's
Nice.
not quite the Rock.
But
But,
it's always cool. I feel like
sometimes
else.
they always say like those, when you start, tatting yourself like that. I say this to somebody with no tattoos. That you like it's a process. You gotta build up to the whole thing.
No, I got tattoos every time I got surgery to stay off them damn pain meds.
What about the one with Goofy?
Who?
That was an unfortunate incident.
How many do you have, Leroy?
Yeah, how many tattoos? do you have?
1, 2,
Where are you looking?
3, 4.
4 tattoos?
Yeah.
I've seen none of them. I don't understand.
See, my thing is like I don't want to look too rugged, you know. Like I already got the stubble.
It's be kind of hard for you to look rugged when you can't grow facial hair.
Dude, I am rugged.
Rugged. Dude, yeah. It's like, it's like you need to go on a seance just to get one facial hair. Like you guys are all sitting around the hookah and say, "What do you wish for?"
Guys, that's not true. He has looked rugged before.
That's right.
Come on.
When he was holding a bunny, I don't think it was.
When he was holding a bunny.
I don't know if that's the most rugged.
Dude, I look
like just say this.
Yeah.
Young Tobin.
Yeah.
Young Tobin, boy, you look at that.
With the mustache? Yeah.
Look at the mustache. I'm not even
I look like I'm running a pizzeria and the rabbit's the next topping.
Oh god.
Hey, we put the bunny on the pizza.
Look at that bunny's ears, huh?
Yeah, and guess what? He put the bunny down and picked up the pizza. And now we got present day. Now we got present day Tobin.
Wow.
We call it a
They look very rugged here.
Oh, I mean,
that's
it
pain.
Was.
That's
pain.
Excruciating
Rugged
pain. Hey,
That's
I'm never
a rugged man.
What is this from?
You know what guy code is? Guy code is you never make fun of other dudes getting hit in the junk.
Wow.
Yep.
This is a rugged
looking
man.
rugged right there at
Yeah,
the Renaissance Fair.
Nothing more rugged than a centaur.
Yeah.
Dude, can I just say, if you ever
Come on.
oh look,
Rugged.
there's rugged.
That was tough.
Look at your toe. Look at your toes. Your toes are screaming for help. We're not gonna make it. Look at how crooked it's splitted. He about to break an ankle.
Dude,
I think Celine Dion started playing there.
It was a tough angle.
Wait,
That
little
looks very
Sophie
tough.
was like, "Daddy, I'm scared. I'll save you." No.
We'll take a break. Little Goosies, no Goosies coming up next. All right, get your honking out. Let's get going. We had a gooseless night last night.
Yep.
With your Miami Heat losing to the Denver Nuggets, down 2-1 in the NBA Finals. Game 4 will be tomorrow. Boots on the ground. So let's try and get the mood a little bit better. Marcos, what do we got today for Goosies? No Goosies.
Today on Goosies, no Goosies. Number 1, first Stanley Cup Final game in South Florida since 1996. I was a wee little lad then.
A wee lad.
Does that give you Goosies or no Goosies?
Goosies galore, dude. I'm so excited for tonight.
Galore.
It's a must win. I'm going to be on edge tonight. All right. Couple beers, watching the Cats. Let's see if we take out I really dislike this Golden Knights team. I feel like they're getting away with murder out on the ice. You know, and then whenever the Panthers do something, like, oh, no, we got to protect our Golden Knights. It feels to me like these referees and Gary Bettman like a good old gambling credit line in the Sin City to me. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. And I'm not talking about the ones we're going to throw on the ice tonight. So we got to right the ship tonight. I trust in Matthew Tkachuk. We've been in worse situations, okay? We have been in worse situations, which is not a great slogan for South Florida sports because right now our slogans have been everything's been awesome. And right now our slogan is we've been in worse situations. We've been in worse situations. Down 3-1 against Boston, that's a worse situation. 3-3 going to Boston, humiliation of history facing you in the staring you in the face. We've been in worse situations than down 2-1. All right? 3 minutes left against the Chicago Bulls. Ever heard of it? We've been in worse situations. But none of that will take away from the puck dropping tonight at FLA Live Arena and the Goosies galore that will spread through the crowd.
Goosies galore.
Leroy?
Definitely got the Goosies.
Goosies.
You got a situation where you got basketball finals, hockey finals, basketball finals, hockey finals. Next 4 days. Never hasn't happened often in any city, let alone this one. So yeah, absolutely.
JFig?
I was 3 years old. I've got Goosies.
Yeah.
Goosies.
Wow. So the year you were born, I was going to my first Pro Bowl.
Yep.
That's kind of scary. Now that I think about it, nothing like saying or doing things to make you feel old yourself.
Yeah, it's true. The old hate reminders.
My bad.
Oh, need reminders.
What the hell was that, Marcos?
I'm just saying, we're old. They forget.
It was
not you though. I'm talking about like Carl Weathers, you know?
Right. And Vic Fangio.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Vic Fangio, like, do you think like he does get nap time at the facility?
Oh yeah, he's got a cot in his office.
Coordinator, he better have a cot.
Marcos, do you have the Goosies?
Yeah, it's a clean sweep, easy, man. Come on,
Goosies.
That environment has been crazy, so I'm excited to see that.
What's number 2, Marcos?
This one, I'm going to provide some visual evidence for you guys as captured by one of the best journalists in South Florida.
Wonder who that is.
And McCoachin. Their bromance was captured on film. Does this give you Goosies?
All right. This was, by the way, to set the scene, this was at halftime of Game 3, and McCoachin, who's been at every Heat game, he got to hobnob with the GOAT himself, DWade. And I got to say,
who's the little sidekick next to him?
Next to DWade?
No.
McCoachin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Felipe.
It looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like his young aspiring intern.
That's Todd the intern for McCoachin?
Yeah.
I feel like
just graduated from MIT.
Yeah, McCoachin's intern has to be so smart. He has to be so smart just to keep up with him. But I got the Goosies watching this last night, man.
Yeah.
I got the Goosies except for one small aspect of that meeting.
I already know where you're gonna go with this.
That ugly ass sweater.
Knew it.
No, dude, you just
Where's the rest of it?
First of all, he's wearing white. And that's fashion.
Yeah, first of all, he's wearing white.
Oh,
he's wearing white, Tobin.
Yeah, but he's there as a fan, not a journalist. I'm a journalist.
Again, dude. It's been raining every day because it's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care what fashion calls for.
Yep.
It better not call for a damn sweater.
That's
not in the summer.
It's got some breathing in it.
It's
got some breathing in it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's got it going on. You know.
Y'all trying to justify a sweater in June?
I am.
No, stop.
You wear
sound like
sweaters
the
all
guy,
the time.
The dude next to him has a full blown.
You wear sweaters all the time.
That's because it's cold as hell inside.
That dude next to him is wearing a full blown sweatshirt.
That's true with a hoodie.
Look, I'll allow a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Right. That's something you could take off, put on with it. That sweater is hideous.
How dare you?
You guys can talk about fashion.
How dare you?
You can talk about fashion.
You?
You can talk about whatever.
It is a cardigan that
hey, wait.
Wait.
The right person got to him because he took it off.
Dude.
I'm not the only one. He took the sweater off. Usually people in the fashion, they don't care what you think.
No, he didn't take that off. They were making fun of it. They were making fun of it yesterday on the broadcast.
That's the drip.
He had it on the entire time.
That's not the drip, dude.
Dude, you can't.
It's not even a full-blown sweater. They stopped halfway.
You can't talk
Look
about
at that.
his.
Pull that sweater up again.
Cropped up?
Look,
I don't know, man.
It looked like they stopped making it when they got, like, they don't have no cuffs, no nothing. It just, look.
Here's the thing, though. You can't talk about D-Wade's fashion. The man has been to the Met Gala. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Again.
The Met Gala.
I'm not questioning his savvy when it comes to fashion, but that is hideous. Remember when he tried the short suit?
Are you trying to say
everything doesn't work?
Are you trying to
remember the short suit?
I liked it.
Good. You don't like that one?
Are you trying to say no Goosies?
No, I was very clear on what I thought.
Well,
you said Goosies minus.
I said Goosies except for one small.
You kind of went to like a a Goosies, but then it's like you took a U-turn and ended up in no Goosies.
Oh, it's kind of like it's kind of like when you started the show. Listen, I got all the respect in the world for the people that do their job at the arena. But I'm just gonna say, right? That's kind of what you did.
But
you did the same thing.
Hold on. Nobody gives the Heat more love than old Tobes. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay.
Nobody gives Mike McDaniel or D-Wade more love than me.
That's not true. I do. But
you had that one locked and loaded because you knew I was going to say that.
No, it's just true.
See what I'm saying?
The
You can't
facts.
win. This guy, you think you can do whatever you want? Willy-nilly.
Task at hand. Here's the thing.
Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm getting back to my point because you tried to hose me down. Nobody loves the Heat more than me. Nobody gives them more flowers than me. I had an issue with when they went to the D-Wade bullet. They used it too soon. That's the facts. Costs the game. Not the historic triple doubles from two generational teammates.
It was a game ops.
Game ops, dude.
Happens.
Marcos.
Yes.
JFig wants to know whether you want to know if she had the Goosies from D-Wade and Mike McDaniel.
Well, yeah, I am interested in JFig's opinion.
JFig, did you get the Goosies?
It was all right. I mean,
wow.
Whoa! That's a no Goosies if you ask me.
She was in a rage about Shakira last night.
I couldn't focus on anything else.
He was not focused.
How close was Shakira to the incident?
She was courtside.
Courtside, that's close enough if you ask me.
As close as she can be.
All right, I got you.
Huh. Too close.
Marcos, what about you? You got Goosies from the video?
Yeah, man, he's a fashion icon. Just the only thing he can do is host a game show because that game show is rough. But he's a fashion icon, and I do like.
Wait! You know what's funny? Who's the only person on this show that can critique game shows? The guy who wants to do a game show for everything. Marcos.
Oh, I got another game show coming up. If anyone's interested.
What's number 3, Marcos?
Number 3, we're crossing sports here, guys.
Why? There's only a handful of them that are being played right now.
Yeah, well, this is 2 that aren't being played. This is Tua's reaction to Messi coming to Miami.
We getting Lionel Messi? I just got done watching Ted Lasso. Anyone watch Ted Lasso? That thing's awesome. So I thought you were like pulling my leg because someone told you that. But I've been like raving about how good Ted Lasso was in the locker room. But I mean, that's awesome. Got another superstar. So I mean, big names out here in Miami. You know, it's good for the culture out here. Just like you know, what the Heat got going on and what the Panthers got going on.
Wow, man of the town, Tua.
So wait.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to be the one to say this?
Depends.
When he says another superstar,
yeah,
in Miami,
yeah,
is he including himself?
Oh,
I don't think so. I think he's very
But,
humble.
hey,
and he was
I
referring
know,
to others.
I know, Tobes. Oh, Tobes. If the wrong person say that, you would be. Oh, dude, you're not a superstar.
He is. I mean, he's. I don't know. Like, he's not. I wouldn't.
He's
declare
very polarizing.
I wouldn't declare Tua a superstar yet. No, but
he's very polarizing. All conversations throughout the world start and end with Tua in football.
yeah, I would say Tua gets the most national attention out of all of our athletes for sure.
So, which brings me back to my point. Was he referring to himself?
I don't know.
No.
Or was he referring to Kachuk or Jimmy Butler or guys in other sports that were brought in?
Maybe he's referring to Shakira.
Put me courtside.
No, you know
Look at
what?
that.
If he said Shakira was there, he goes, "No, I'm a Celine Dion fan myself."
So
So
he likes Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Sorry,
Yeah.
Shania
Shania
Twain.
Way different, dude.
What is she?
Way
60?
Shania Twain? I don't know.
She's
Still hot.
She was making singles before he was born.
That being said, no Goosies because I've never seen Ted Lasso.
But I've heard really good things about it.
Hey,
but I've never
by
seen
the
it.
way,
Goosies.
me neither.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't
I'm
relate.
sick of it, though.
But
I'm
I also
so
haven't
curious
seen
about
the last. See, here's
what?
Can I just tell you, streaming, my streaming people, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. They just call it Max now.
Yeah.
Netflix.
I am still mad at Max, by the way.
Wait. I got you. Let me explain
Bruce.
something to you.
Me too. Hit a bucket.
Everybody
No,
else
not
put
Max.
all their stuff out, and you can just binge watch it. If you put out something weekly, I'm probably never going to start watching it. I want to see Mandalorian. The reason why I haven't seen it yet is because they put it out once a week, and I don't want to do
I think
that.
it's done now. I think you could binge it now.
I know it's done now, but I'm just saying that's why I started.
I heard the last season's not very good though.
Really?
Yeah.
Baby Yoda? Not.
I mean, how many
I
times
thought
can you
Baby
go?
Yoda was going to start using his magic.
I thought how many times can you go to the Baby Yoda well?
I just saw another movie that what's his name was in, Pascal.
He's in everything.
He's in everything.
Yeah, it's enough of him.
You got to catch. He was in Wonder Woman 1984.
Was he? Enough of
He
him.
was the bad guy,
You know what?
giving
You're
everybody
only-
wishes.
I think he is Shakira showing up everywhere.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, JFig, you got the Goosies?
Not really, no.
Ah, wow, she's down.
No Goosies.
Usually
Rough.
JFig is usually like me, generous with the Goosies. Not today. Not today, dude. Marcos?
I'm mad.
I got no Goosies as well for the same reason. I'm just sick of hearing about Ted Lasso. Just leave me alone, everyone. I'm not gonna watch it. Just leave me alone.
Is that his version of Kicking and Screaming? Because that was funny.
I think it's more critically acclaimed than Kicking and Screaming.
Kicking and Screaming was like 3 out of 10.
I liked it. Give it to the Italians. Mike Dicker acting.
Give us one more, Marcos.
All right, we're gonna stay in the realm of entertainment. If you guys are okay with that, the Expendables 4 is coming out. That's right, they made another one. I don't understand how, but this one has.
Where are you going, dude?
Oh, he's over it.
That really set him off. That set him off that much.
Wow, he's out. All right,
he's over it.
I'm gonna go Goosies because I love Stallone. Love Stallone. I'm a big Stallone guy.
Goosies.
So I don't care who the new people are. You give me Tulsa. I love Tulsa King. Love it.
50 Cent and Megan Fox are the new people.
Oh,
Really?
50 Cent's a good actor.
I think he's a good actor.
50 Cent's a good actor. You got Power. You got Power 2.
Get Rich or Die Trying. That was a good movie.
Book of Power.
Okay, hold on. How many powers is he doing?
You got Ghost Pepper.
Okay, no, I think you're making that up. That last one.
It's about whatever.
JFig?
You got JFig Goosies?
No.
Wow. A gooseless
None.
Goosies.
No
JFig.
Goosies.
Marcos?
Yeah, I'm with her. I don't understand how these old people keep getting movies, dude.
Stop making all these movies.
Yeah, they're old. Dude. They were old when it started. It was like, oh, look at all these old action stars. We're 4 movies in. What's going on?
Karen says, what about Intangibles 4? We saw that yesterday. It was Christian Brown.
Oh,
Christian Brown was Intangibles 4 on the Heat last night.
I didn't like that.
We'll take a quick break, get you caught up with your headlines. Don King going to join us next hour. The greatest promoter of all time. You think Dana White's taking that from him?
No. I think Don King's
still number one.
As you'll see in this interview, it's in his blood, dude. It's
Wow.
It never turns off.
Back after this. All right, welcome back.
Hey,
what's up, man?
You guys straighten that stuff out?
With the Expendables? Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude.
Nobody had the Goosies except for me.
Megan Fox, 50 Cent adding to the cast. Still gonna
I only got the Goosies because of Stallone, but that's just me. What can you do? Let's get into some headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Asking me about the Expendables, you might as well ask me about Sharknado.
Oh.
More likely to watch Crackoon or Expendables 4, Leroy.
Crackoon.
I agree with
Bear,
that.
Tobin?
What's that?
Did you finish Cocaine Bear?
I did not.
And
I don't plan on it.
Oh no.
I don't plan on it.
There's the same people that made Cocaine Bear. What's her name? Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
She made another one, a cartoon, Strays.
What's that?
Oh yeah, that's
The dogs.
that has like Will Ferrell,
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
I don't know. Dude, I'm not paying money to go see a damn cartoon.
Dude, I'm telling you, that Spider-Man movie was good.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's
good, dude.
I don't care. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, but you don't think of it as a cartoon. Animation's gotten very good. It's kind of, you know what it's like? It's like watching a live.
You call it animation. I call it a cartoon.
Well, I'll tell you, because I say this as somebody who's not like, I don't see every comic book movie. I'm not like you. You see everything, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't a fan of comics, but what's cool about the way they animate across the Spider-Verse and into is like they animate it almost like you're in the comic book. It's so damn good.
I'm having a hard time after seeing Spider-Man in the Avengers, then to go to cartoon version Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's not your, it's not Carl Weathers cartoons, it's not Vic Fangio's cartoons. I'm telling you, there's something about it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because what are you trying to say? It's
I'm just
not
saying
the cartoons I watched as a kid with no music.
I didn't say that.
No
I said
words,
Carl
just
Weathers.
music.
I didn't say that. You said that. Panthers back on the ice tonight. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final against the Vegas Golden Knights.
We need this one.
Catch trail 0-2. Puck drops at 8. Coverage on the station here on 56 WQAM begins at 7 o'clock.
Is it you think for both the Panthers and the Heat, would you say it's an execution thing or talent thing?
I think
it doesn't mean, listen, if it's a talent thing, it doesn't mean you can't win. It just means like
I honestly don't think for the Heat it's a talent thing. I really don't, because honestly, like, I think the Heat have more guys that are capable of stepping up for them than the Nuggets do.
Yeah, but there's a reason why these guys are making $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year.
But like they're not gonna next year.
No, they're not. You're right.
They're not gonna next. They're gonna make a whole lot of money. I think the question is, I guess, for the Heat's 2 stars with Jimmy and Bam is, can they get to what Jokic and Murray? I'm not saying 30-point triple doubles, but can they on a night where no other role guys step up? Can it just be Bam and Jimmy basically carrying the way?
No.
That's what they need.
It can't, because their success has always been about numbers. It's always been about multiple guys. And even though your stars may do their thing, it's always about the group as a whole. Whereas there's teams that have guys where you can point to those guys and not care about all the other role guys, right? The Heat aren't that way.
But I think to your question, but can they execute to the point to beat these guys? Yeah, I think that they can. I think they can for sure.
Then what about the Panthers?
Vegas looks really good. The Vegas has looked overwhelming because they feel like they've taken every Panthers mistake or opportunity they've gotten and they've killed them. They've killed them.
Right.
And right now, and they're also getting just out of this world goaltending. And that's such a lift.
I knew the Panthers were in trouble when he blocked who was it he blocked, just throwing a stick over there?
Nick Cousins.
Nick Cousins.
And then Nick Cousins, like
Nobody was more
fumbled the
shocked
puck.
than Nick Cousins, right?
Yeah, clearly, because he could have just, flipped it over again, and he was just like, what? He was so stunned by it. So they need this one tonight. Other headlines, of course, Lionel Messi, he does make his intentions clear. He's going to join Inter Miami. He said, I've taken the decision today that I'm going to join Miami. I still don't have the deal 100% sealed. There's still some things that we're working out. If it wasn't going to work out in Barcelona, I wanted to leave Europe, take the focus away from myself, and focus more on my family. So
you know how much it costs to get your own MLS team?
I don't.
$500 million.
Well, I had read in the Herald today that he's not getting the Beckham deal. He's not getting the because what happened with Beckham coming here is Beckham kind of got the sweetheart deal of getting first in on Inter Miami.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Messi's getting that. And I think probably part of the reason as to what you're saying, just the value's too high as what they are now. So whenever that expansion is. So I don't know. I mean, look, these details are coming out. Maybe that does change because as he said, it's not 100% done. But I think the Herald reported yesterday, Michelle Kaufman said that that's not part of his gig. But he is getting like Apple share, Adidas, merchandise, all that stuff. So, he's going to make
what he would get anyway. Isn't he an Adidas guy?
Okay, dude, but do you want to live in Saudi Arabia or do you want to live down here?
I get it.
I think the guy clearly wants to live here with his family.
Right. I got you. I'm just saying the deals that they're talking about or the monies that they're talking about, he's getting that anyway.
I mean,
just for playing soccer.
Messi's got a family, but doesn't Ronaldo, don't they have to bend the laws of the country for him over there?
Yeah. Because he don't have a family.
No,
He'd rather do that than get married. Rough.
That's tough, man.
I mean, wow, they're paying Ronaldo what? 200 mil? I heard they're paying a ridiculous amount.
Let's get a weather update, Leroy, from the Demesman and Dover law firm. YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. You can call them at 866-954-MORE.
No need to get up. It's raining like crazy.
It's that time of day?
It's mostly cloudy. The rain is going straight down. Breeze isn't that great. And I just heard a very incredible thing. I would like you guys to chew on this for a second. Fawn said, I want to take a shower, but I was told not to take a shower during the thunderstorm.
I've heard that.
Okay.
What?
I think that's only
heard that since we were children.
I think that's only a thing though. If you have like
if you're taking a shower outside.
No, I feel like isn't that like if you have one of those old, like if you're in an old house, like those tubs were made of metal. So maybe like I think that's probably where it was.
Who in the hell took a bath in a metal tub?
Dude, my house is really old, and before we remodeled, the old tub was like straight steel. It was crazy, like under the rubber stuff. It's like it was a
be careful.
Rubber stuff?
Like the lining. What I don't know. What is that? Is that rubber? It's
fiberglass.
Okay. Well, no. Now the one that we have is fiberglass. It's all fiberglass, but under the coating that you bathe in was steel.
Who takes a bath?
The kids, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right.
CNN reports do not shower, bathe, wash dishes, or wash your hands. It's best to avoid all water during a thunderstorm. The risk of lightning, the risk of lightning traveling through the plumbing might be less with plastic pipes than metal pipes, but still pose a risk. Lightning through the pipes, dude? Is that
so? That means you put your mouth on water, drinking water, and you get electrocuted? That's a possibility.
I feel like
what the hell is going on?
I feel like if you had that happen, you had it coming to you.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Dude.
Right. What they say?
Travel through the pipe.
What did they say? The ball finds energy.
We'll take a quick break. We'll hear a little bit from Jimmy Butler on last night's loss coming up. Don King also on the show today. Back after this. 15 minutes of heat here for you on 560 WQAM. Heat lose. Drop game 3. They're practicing right now. Looks like a real, intense practice right now. I see a lot of shooting and shooting.
All right.
Seeing Manny Navarro's Twitter right now. You got Tyler here out there dribbling. He has something on his hand.
He bouncing it. He bouncing it. He bouncing it. He bouncing it. He bouncing it.
Bro, is Boban the greatest spokesman there is right now?
Yeah.
Boban not too big. Car too small.
Not this the way he says here. You get Boban hand, and he puts the goldfish in Boban's hand, fake hand.
Oh man. Here's a little Jimmy Butler after yesterday's game. This was him discussing the effort that Miami played with.
I don't know. I can't answer that. Maybe, we're at home. We think we did something. I don't know. It just can't happen. It won't happen again. It starts with myself. I got to lock in on a defensive end. I got to go up and get loose balls. So I think if I start playing and doing that, then everybody else has to follow suit.
That was something that...
Haven't I been saying that? Have I not been saying that about Jimmy Butler? As he goes, so does the team.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a lazy attitude about scoring, so does everybody else.
I think the thing that was I think the thing that's also interesting is,
you can't get locked up by Christian Brown.
That was tough. You can't. That was tough. Getting pickpocketed by Jamal Murray was something. Usually he's hunting Jamal Murray to go score on him. This was Jimmy on missing some of his usual shots, missing his spots. This is what he had to say about that.
Speak for myself, and I just missed some that I normally make, along with Bam too. But we don't continually take those guys 2 feet in the paint. If you can get a shot up, get it up. If you can't, get it out to your shooters. I think we did a good job with that. Maybe we do have to do a better job of finishing, but those are the same shots that we're going to get next game, and we're expected to take and make those.
He's just like,
wait, you see Bam? Wait, did you see what he said? And Bam too? And Bam kind of, his forehead kind of went up like, hey, don't.
Along with Bam too, but.
Bam
hey, man.
Bam was like, damn. Hey, don't bring us both down with your player.
Bam's like, all right, third little pig.
Hey, so I do believe
sitting there like along came Polly in the first half.
So here's the deal. There's different ways of leading, right? Some players lead with their abilities on the floor, right? But the way this Heat team is, a leader on this team leads by example. So if you want everybody else on the court on your team to put forth the effort defensively and you're a leader, you got to do it.
Of course.
If you want guys to win the 50-50 balls, you got to win the 50-50 balls. The burden of Jimmy is not always to score. I agree with that. But the burden is on him to set the tone so that everybody else can see how we're going to play this game.
Look, it's been a very star-driven series so far. It really has been. And Jamal Murray dealt with the same stuff in game 2. Jamal Murray kind of snuck up the joint. I mean, I know he almost tied the game there. He got going late with a heater. But for the most part in game 2, he struggled. He bounced back in a big way. The Heat need the same thing from Bam and Jimmy this next game. They do. Obviously, you need more from the other guys.
But if Jimmy sets the tone early enough, both offensively and defensively, then guys like Caleb and Struz and Gabe, those guys play with a different level of intensity.
Absolutely.
So that's what you need Jimmy for. And that's what I've been saying that the whole time, is that the one thing that frustrates me is that these are things that he has to be able to identify during the course of the game not talk about it after the game. As the leader, he's got to be the guy to identify, okay, we're not doing this. Let me go out and do this.
Guy says, Tobin, hook me up with that Big Face coffee gear ASAP. Why would you think I would have the plug on that?
Yeah, Tobin.
Seriously.
Why would I have the Big Face coffee? Like,
man, wait a minute. That dude charged Kyle Lowry $20 for a cup of coffee. Gogi. He charged Gogi $20 for a cup of coffee. You think he gonna give Tobin a deal?
Yeah, no way, dude. Not happening. Not happening. Gogi was the only one who was able to fleece him. He goes, "Oh, sorry, buddy, lift gish. Oh well."
How much did he want to charge Bam?
I think he wanted to charge Bam. I think the buy-in for Bam was in the millions.
I think so, yeah.
Like for ownership. He goes, "Oh yeah, you could buy in on ownership." You know, watch this thing. This is going to be the thing that probably makes him the most money. He'll end up, he'll take over Starbucks. The rich love coffee that other people can't drink.
Can I just say, someone tried to prank me at Starbucks the other day. They sent me for a Starbucks order, and they have something apparently called a pink drink, but they didn't tell me it was called the pink drink. They told me to order a pinkety drinkety, and apparently,
and you go for it, didn't you?
You know who sounds like they would.
Let me get a large pinkety drink.
You know who sounds like who sounds like they would drink that?
Yeah,
Don King.
Yeah, of course.
That sounds like if Don King were to go to Starbucks. The greatest promoter of them all, Don King. He joins us next.
I'ma knock the bombers out like white night. Hit it with a left, hit it with a right. I'ma knock the.
All right. Welcome back. Leroy? JFig?
What's up?
As you can see, we are one box down.
No,
Our
what
boy.
happened?
Oh, he left, dude. He left.
Where's Don King?
All right, Don King's gonna come in a second, but you know, Don King's gonna be here in a second. He's getting Don King. That's what he's doing. Don King's at his front door, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, a lot of the younger audience may not be familiar with Don King, so I decided it would probably be in our best interest for me to do a game show about Don King.
He loves his games.
Ready to answer some trivia about Don King?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to go with this first question is going to be in the style of 2 lies and 1 truth. You have to determine which one of these 3 statements is the truth.
Only in America.
Only in the Tobin and Leroy show. Don King, his real name, Donald King. Was this inspired by his grandfather? Was this inspired by the video game Donkey Kong? Or did his parents just name him Donald King?
Really,
I'm going to go with grandfather.
You think it was his grandfather's name? What do you think? Was he inspired by Donkey Kong, JFig?
Donkey Kong wasn't even out. Dude was born in 1930 something, dude. What the hell are you talking about?
Donkey Kong was around that. This is good trivia, all right?
They didn't even have TV. You already talking about cartoons and video games.
JFig?
Did you do the research?
Did you do the research? It wasn't even TV around, and you talk about video games that are played on a TV that never existed.
Since you know his age, is Don King older or younger than the people who I'm about to name? Is he older or younger than Bob Arum?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Bob Arum,
You
I'm going
got
to say
you
younger because Bob Arum is about 80-something too.
All right. Just so you know, he's 91 years old. JFig, do you think Don King is older or younger?
Don King is 91?
No, Bob Arum is.
Oh, no, he's younger.
You think he's younger? JFig, what do you think?
Barely.
Are you asking if Don King is younger or older?
Yeah. Do you think Don King is younger or older than Bob Arum, who was 91 years old?
I'll say younger.
All right. I'm going to give you one last name. Dick Van Dyke, 97 years old.
He's younger. If he's young, hey, jackass.
Yeah.
If we said let's just put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
If we said he's younger than somebody who's 91, why would you ask about somebody who's 97?
Because I didn't give you the answer. You don't know if he's older than 91 or not.
Because if he's older than 91, if we said he's younger than 91, he's going to be younger than 97.
Don King's 91 years old, slightly younger than Bob Arum. Dick Van Dyke, 97. Amazing. Surprising that he's still
even Scooby's like, what the hell is he doing?
He doesn't know. He is very confused.
Don King, true or false, has an annual turkey giveaway in South Florida where he gives out 2,000 turkeys to needy South Florida.
True.
Yeah, he's a man of the people. Don King has a nice tie to the South Florida community.
That's why he's king.
That's why he's the king. Now, the final question before we get to this interview, which I know everyone's dying to get to, of course, because they're sick of my trivia. Is Don King the greatest boxing promoter of all time? True or false?
Isn't that kind of an opinion?
It's definitely an opinion, but it's really not.
I would say, but back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, wasn't nothing in boxing happening without Don King.
Telling you, he was him.
Then the Bob Arums came along and all the other promotions, and the boxing has gone to hell in a handbasket. Ever since, all the different versions of these promoters and stuff. But I would say yes. When you say promoter, the first name that comes to mind to everybody's Don King.
Look, He had the Thriller in Manila and the Rumble in the Jungle. Those are two of the craziest names.
He gives them all. He gave them all names, dude.
What would you name your boxing promotion if you had to? If you had a fight that you were organizing, putting together something, and you want to draw the crowd, what would you call it?
Leroy kicks Tobin's ass.
Wow. That does sell tickets, in my opinion. No one would sell
I'd buy
tickets.
tickets to that.
For
I
sure.
would.
JFig, do you have a name of a fighting promotion if you had to put one together that was able to rival Thriller in Manila or Rumble in the
JFig
Jungle? What would it be?
versus
Why are we doing
Wait.
versus? You know, you gotta have
Wait.
something cool or something like that. You know, like the slobber
You
knocker of the
say,
South.
no, the
That's
hips
good.
don't
Like-
lie
All you
card.
need. That's all you
The
need.
hips don't lie card.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Because I mean, look, Shakira's tiny.
yeah.
So
We're
I
both
think,
tiny.
huh?
Let me see.
We're both tiny.
No,
No, Shakira's tiny.
So you think she's smaller than me?
5'2". She's 5'2".
Okay,
She's
she's
smaller than
definitely smaller than me. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Yeah. You
And
could
she's
just hip,
46. You can beat her up, dude.
you could just hip check her ass. Boom.
Does
Out
anyone
of
have
the way,
some
little
number?
woman. Boom. Hips. Boom. Boom. You just pop with it. Bam. 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 Just get it like 2-3 times with that.
Mhm.
You're like, wow.
But Jimmy Butler's gonna be sad because they're dating.
Okay.
Reportedly.
Can I just say, many of men have gotten their ass kicked defending the honor of a woman.
Yeah, Leroy, that's chivalry. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you. I see it all the time. You see it all the time in clubs.
So someone says something like, let's say early on in your time, you're in the club
Big
and someone
spoon
says
in the club.
well, yeah, someone says something disrespectful. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, Leroy. You don't look at her and say,
Yeah.
hey, you wasn't talking to me.
Hey, no. I'll be like, hey man, you see me standing right here?
Yeah.
Right.
you're
And
pretty
usually it's followed up with men no disrespect.
Well, you know what I would do? I'd
What
call
would you
John King, tell him to set it up. And he would. He'll take action on anything, to be real. Now,
the layout at the lily pad.
oh, look at that.
I like that.
That's pretty good, actually. Although it hurts my feelings and I'll cry about it later. That's still a point.
For Leroy.
So this was Tobin who sat down recently with a boxing legend and got to talk to Don King about a few boxing pivotal moments that have happened over the past year and what the boxing scene in South Florida looks like. Here is Tobin.
Tobin and Leroy, very excited to talk to our next guest, an absolute legend. You guys know we love the fight game down here in South Florida. And the man who has been promoting boxing longer than anybody, better than anybody, Don King, is joining us here as he has got Adrian Broner and Bill Hutchinson coming to Casino Miami on June 9th. Don, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us time today.
It's just an honor for me to be on the Tobin and Leroy show. That's 560 WQAM in Miami. And for this honor, I want to tell the people and the fans that are listening to Tobin and Leroy that you're going to have a super fight with the problem of boxing, as they call him. And his name is AB, what that means, Adrian Broner. And this guy is, he won 4 distinctive separate titles, you know what I mean, which is a remarkable accumulation of titles that one man can win and do it all when he's 24, 25 years old. And so now what we're going to do is to try to bring back boxing, the excitement of boxing, the entertainment of boxing. And when the people come to see this show, they're not only going to see Adrian Broner, and he's going to be taking on Hutch Williamson. He's going to be seeing another guy from Egypt, a guy named Amit, Abiali. He's won the WBA NABA title. Now he's fighting for the WBC NABF title. So he's going to have all the titles will be put together on this show. You heard it first right here on Tobin and Leroy, and you better get ready because we want you there. We want you there to see the excitement, the provocation of the entertainment and the beauty of the sport again, and bringing excitement back to Miami right here at home and make things happen. So we'll get ready for it. And he's going to be taking on a guy named Rodrigo Gomez. And so Rodrigo Gomez is going to be fighting for both titles on Friday, June 9th. So we want you all to be there, and I can't thank you enough, for giving me this opportunity. Tobin is just fantastic.
Really appreciate you giving us some time too, Don. Let me ask you this. You guys are two of the most exciting personalities in the game, you and Adrian. How did this relationship come between you guys? Like you guys, Adrian was looking for a comeback fight. How did it come to be that you guys linked up, and what did you think when you met him?
Well, you know what, I've heard about him, but I was so busy with guys like, small little fighters like Muhammad Ali, like George Foreman, like what's that other guy's name? Oh, Evander Holyfield, and I was dealing with these guys, with Mike Tyson and all them. I didn't take the time to get this little guy that they call the problem. Now he's a problem to the other fighters because he is so fast. He has the agility, the physical prowess, and he gives the other fighter a nightmare because their hands can't hit what their eyes can't see. And his agility and physical prowess is second to none. And so by that problem there, and my problem with Ali and Foreman and everybody fighting in another category called the heavyweight division, I didn't get a chance to go with this kid. Now the kid then went out there and he'd been off for 2 years. He wants to come back. And so a guy named Kevin Cunningham, a super trainer, and he recommended that I should go and grab this young man named Adrian Bruner. And he's training Adrian Bruner. So he told Adrian, I'm gonna take you to Don King. And so we got together thanks to Kevin, and now we are gonna present the talent. I'm a problem to the promoters because I work for the people. I'm a promoter of the people, by the people, and for the people. And my magic lies in my people ties. And so therefore, I'm here to be on this great show with Tobin and Leroy to bring you the best in boxing. And once we declare the title, this fight gets one of this fight, then we're going to go for the title, and then bring the excitement back to the sport of boxing, not just sitting on the sidelines, but getting right in there when you go to the mirror to shave or whatever you're going to do. You want to emulate and imitate the guy that you just got through seeing witnesses masterfully perform his great talent. I'm excited about it.
You should be, Don. You should be, absolutely. I grew up in Deerfield Beach, where your offices have been forever. Don, what brought you down to South Florida? I know you grew up Cleveland, as my co-host Leroy's from Cleveland, but what brought you to Deerfield Beach? What brought the headquarters of Don King to South Florida? And you wanted to always be headquartered here, have shows here, all of that?
The beautiful people of South Florida. The people is my most important asset. Now, I would never, ever leave Cleveland because Cleveland is the home where it all began. And you don't forget from whence you come. But when you get out there to come to Florida and you hear shows like Leroy and Tobin, you see on 560 WQAM in Miami, bringing all the excitement and the provocation to all the different sports that's coming out here. And you put us against all the challenges now where you got all 2 or 3 championships going all at the same time in football and this one and that one and the other. But right here, we're talking about boxing, the only sport in the world where you pummel the other guy, you beat the other guy, you try to take him out, no matter by what any means necessary that's approved. And then after you knock him out, knock him down, or whatever you're going to do to him, the bell rings and you're the winner, you hug and kiss him. No other sport in the world fights against their opponent and then go hug them after they done lost. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. So boxing is a sport of the people, by the people, and for the people. And so what we're going to do is to bring boxing back to South Florida for location, where you can have a beautiful day on the beach, you can have dinner and excitement, and then you can go to the fights. And you can hear the fights blow by blow. You can hear the fights talked about and stimulated and promoted by a great team, Tobin and Leroy. And that's exciting and exciting and exciting. And that's what we want to do when we say we want you all to come South Florida, because I come to South Florida with my heart open to you, to embrace you with love and kindness and excitement and provocation. And I just want a reciprocation of you coming out to be at the fight, to enjoy what we're talking about.
June 9th, get on out to Casino Miami. Adrian Broner taking on Bill Hutchinson, promoted by the great legend Don King. Don, thank you so much for the time. We can't wait for the fight. Sounds like a heck of an event. You and Adrian Broner, that's a hell of a pair. Thank you for giving us some time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You couldn't give us a better description. It was indescribable until a guy named Tobin came to bat, with his ingenuity, his innovation, and his imagination, and he brought the description of the greatest team that's rolling right now to give you, the fans in Miami and the fans around the world, an exciting, entertaining, and enjoyable boxing card. Thank you, Tobin. Thank you.